All right, can y'all hear me? I'm pretty sure everybody should be able to hear me at this time. Mic check, mic check. I wonder if there's a delay going on. All right, we hear you fine. All right, cool. Welcome to another episode of the stream, Kaiser versus the world. Good to hear y'all. This is the first stream in 2025. Um, Hope y'all enjoying it. Our time has finally arrived. I mean, yeah. I've always been we're all talking heads, okay? Talking is a social construct created by heads, all right? No, but for real though. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Got 3 watching so far. Alfonso, how you doing? Raichi, Kai Zero, Josh. I know Pete is listening since he's out on the jog. I guess it's kind of on my end, but maybe it's on my phone speaker. I guess maybe. We haven't had a stream all year, Kaiser. Where were you? The year just started. What do you mean? The year just started. What the hell you mean, dude? God damn, bro. Anyways, yep, first stream of 2025. Just waiting a few more minutes for more people to pool in a little bit. We got 8 people watching so far, which is great. Pretty Gucci, but yeah. Wonder if he'll do the Raven thing first. Oh right, yeah. We'll get to that. I don't know if I'll do that first. I'm gonna start with the short video first. Good. I'm skipping my homework, explaining copyright, but I like these streams, so fuck my homework. No, dude. Don't neglect your freaking homework, dog. I don't know when it's due. Like, I mean, granted, it is Friday. When's your homework due, dog? Because if it's due tonight or it's due during the weekend, you better turn that shiz in. Hey, Rika, how you doing? Jake the Surgeon in the chat. How you doing? Happy New Miss Dog. Listening, same diff. Yeah. Yeah, Jake, it's been a bit since you've been on my stream. Hope you have a good one. I saw the video that you made about that chick talking about Warhammer. It was funny to listen to. I know nothing about Warhammer, but it seems like a lot of the things that person was saying was kind of, you know, just the big dumb. Okay, let me just put it that way. Maybe we'll talk about that in a bit. But actually, let me get the freaking video thingy up. Hey, rival, how you doing? And I'll try not to, hold up much of your time because some of these same people show up in Raymond's bad fanfiction night stream. Dude, that freaking fanfic that we just started, that we're continuing tonight. I just freaking can't, dog. I can't. Next Friday, my homework is due. Okay, well that's cool. Give yourself a little break every now and then. But make sure you're not stalling on my account, okay? I won't be held responsible for that shit. I'm a valedictorian from my high school, okay? I have to set a good example. But yeah. What the fuck? There we go. Alright, here we go. Why is it warped like that? Anyways. Oh, wait, no, it's because of the. Right. It's because of the actual window being weird. Okay. Ah, shit. Now I gotta make this. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright. I graduated with honors. Nice. As the spiders foretold. Yo, do you want some tea, soda, coffee, or chemical compound? Jesus. Okay. Isn't the next fanfic about Ruby Toes giving Raymond's thumb the shush? Dude, what in the absolute fuck is that thing? Like, I hear this is like the stuff of legends in regards to how crazy Mary Sue fanfic can be, but this is like it's another thing to actually read it in real time and hear about it in real fucking time. Y'all can tell I just gave up. Oh my goodness. But most of y'all are probably in there. Is that the SAO Ruby crossover? No, Rika. It's not an SAO Ruby crossover. Raymond just used SAO in the first thumbnail just to exemplify, oh, this is gonna involve a Mary Sue. Actually, speaking of Kirito, I hear about the fucking new crossover game with different isekai stuff recently. And I posted a tweet being all like, okay, now Kirito won't be a Mary Sue because there's like 5 people stronger than him in that game. Alright. But yeah. Anyways, though, I guess since seems like we got 14 people in here already, we're gonna be reacting to a couple of videos. There's a couple I had planned, a couple more that I'm kind of loosey-goosey on in regards to just how much time I'm gonna be spending on this. But hopefully we'll have a pretty fun time. I've watched you and Pete's Mary Sue videos, and it made me realize that my OC was Mary Sue. I mean, Kai Zero, like, it depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to make your story like a serious story, then sure, change that. But if you're just having fun and you're just goofing around and just throwing out some fucking bullshit because you think it's cool, then, like, I don't give a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody should reasonably care about that shit, dude. Alright. Also, there's probably worse Gary Stu fix. Beware of anything written by VF Snake. Huh. Actually, that reminds me. Do y'all think that we can do our own sort of like bad fan fiction night thing here on the stream? If y'all be into that. Similar to what me and what was it, Twilight did like a few months back. I'm so glad I'm stressing about making my own OCs, not Mary Sue's, and considering the OC fic. I think it's safe to say my OCs are nowhere near being Mary Sue's like them. I mean, yeah, it's a good sign. Okay, Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser, I was going to ask, have you watched G Savior? Unfortunately, I did. I don't know if I would say it's worse than C Destiny. It's definitely less watchable because it's like a direct-to-DVD, poorly propped sci-fi channel AstroTurf bolt hack of shit. Hack of bullshit. But other than that, I wouldn't say it's all that good. V, how you doing? V in the chat. Let me see. We've all had the fix. We had that fix we wrote just for shits and giggles. No need to feel wrong about that. Exactly my point, dude. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good time. Yeah, just write about what you want to write about. Like, if you just want to write something just to feel like you're doing it, then, like, yeah, don't, you know, whatever. Fortunately, I did. I think that sums it up. Yeah, unfortunately, I did see G Savior. It's not very good. It's not a good Gundam. So, if you're gonna watch it, don't watch it alone. Like, it's not, like, really, like, horrible. It's just really fucking boring. Like, half of the freaking movie is just very boring, and the characters aren't very engaging. So, it's like, eh. It's just kind of there. As far as just, like, Gundam stuff goes. It's not good. It's poorly written. I think I probably gave it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. But it's nowhere near the worst that Gundam has to offer. It's not offensively bad like the Seed is. Okay? Anyways, though. Speaking of bad products. Okay. We're going to be reacting first to why Arcane was destined to fail. A retrospective on internet culture by Sometimes Eli. Now, I have my own feelings about Arcane season 2, of course. And I think I've seen like maybe one or two of Sometimes Eli's stuff before. So it'll be interesting to like see what their take is and how it relates to internet culture. Because like, other than like, just the shipping stuff, I don't really think that had all that much of an influence over the show. Maybe somebody can prove me wrong. I don't know if that is the case or not. But as far as I am aware, like, it's just a bunch of poorly like, Arcane season 2 was just subject to a lot of bad pacing, right? And it wasn't really about like just what the fans wanted. I don't think, as far as I'm aware. Kaiser, want to watch a bad movie, and my recommendation is the Road Fellows movie. Never heard of that, but I'll see if I'll check it out. Okay, Pierre, I know you know nothing on that FNAF, but imagine... No. I saw the clip that Pete posted on Twitter about what y'all motherfuckers had him talk about with this freaking FNAF shit. Fuck that. Okay? I don't want any Freddy's or Fazbears in my chat. Okay? And no game theories either. I have a bad feeling about this, and I'm someone that is critical of season 2. Like, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Eli's content, so I have no idea if this person is on the level or not. Okay? Kaiser, I think that person who made that Arcane video is possibly trans, and I think you should use they, them to be safe. Oh, well, okay. I didn't know that. Their name's Sometimes Eli, so I'm just... Okay. If they prefer those pronouns... let it be known that I do not mean any disrespect or whatever. Alright, let's just get right into it. Let's go already! Okay. Alright, here we go. Just gotta wait for the shit to load. Load! Anyway. God. Isn't technology great? HJ5, how you doing? Okay. Alright, back to the beginning. Okay. Is it wickedness? Okay, but she. I don't know if this is freaking copyright.
Yeah. Details. A modern day video. Arcane is very much a product of its time.
Okay.
A modern day video game adaptation blending 3D modeling with 2D details with an all-inclusive cast.
You mean adaptation? Whatever. But minor grammar mistake. I win.
It has tropes and archetypes up the ass, and the very premise of the show, a civilization that's neglected.
Wait. Tropes and archetype. How is that different from any other story? What? What are they talking about? I don't know, man.
Selected by its richer or more powerful counterpart is so familiar I don't feel the need to detail it to you. Not that...
I mean, sure, I guess, but that has nothing to do with it being a product of its time. It's just that it's a tale as old as time. It's a universal concept in a story. Like, you can find any story that is like that in some way, shape, or form. To a point where back in the freaking caveman, the times of Unga and Bunga, right? There is probably some cave writings about how Chungus is hogging all the freaking rocks when Unga and Bunga didn't have any rocks. You know what I mean? But I got no idea, man. I got no idea. Let's keep it moving.
That it ever was a bad thing. It's fine for a show to be a culmination of decades upon decades of niche and cliche storytelling. In an Arcane's case...
What do you mean niche? What about any of this is niche? Like, I guess niche in the context of, like, cartoons relative to other popular media, but stuff like Arcane It fucking sells. What are you talking about? I have no idea what they mean by this. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't know.
Case, it did all of these things so well. How it tackled mental health, class disparity, our dreams, and whether or not we're doomed for being too ambitious, the rightful anger of a disparaged people. Arcane was as methodical as it could be, especially with such heavy themes. It was always careful with the way it portrayed these topics and ideas.
Okay.
There's just a few problems.
All right.
Arcane, aside from obvious exceptions, was written by white queer people who spent their days seemingly not learning about the vast and complicated political sphere around them, but instead spent their time debating online as to which ships they thought were superior to the other.
Okay, hold the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Alright? Unkind rewind, motherfucker. By the way, I use motherfucker gender neutrally, okay? So, okay. Also, niche and cliche, isn't that an oxymoron? Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's possible for something to be cliche within a niche, but it's like, I don't know, man. So, okay, white queer people. What does them being white and queer have anything to do with this? What the fuck? Also, this video is already messed up by criticizing the existence of tropes and ideas for existing, rather than how they are being used in relation to the execution of the plot. I mean, hold on. Rival, okay? Slow down there, buddy. This person didn't say that those things are bad. They're just saying that they have those elements. Let's be clear here. They said that it has tropes and cliches up the ass. They're not saying that as a bad thing. They were saying it as a neutral thing. Which even then doesn't make any sense because, yeah, that goes the same thing with almost every single fucking story. I have no idea. What I'm having issue with is this, right? So, Amanda Overton. I guess she's one of the writers for Arcane or one of the directors or something. I don't know. I don't look up behind the scene stuff. Actually, let me actually look this up real quick. Amanda Overton. Okay, so she's a writer. So she wrote Arcane. Okay, so she helped write some of the episodes of Arcane, right? She's one of the writers. So she is just retweeting a post that was, hey, being glad about all of these other like gay cartoon moments, right? Which isn't a bad thing to do. Like, if you're trying to showcase that, oh, man, you know, she's a member of Team in my knowledge. Oh, you know, like, oh, you know, you're spending way too much time, you know, listening to fan bullshit rather than actually writing your show. Like, I can believe that can be a problem. Just look at freaking Ruby. Everything about that show is completely reactionary. I don't think that applies to the Arcane writers here. Also, I just have a problem with the freaking original tweet, just putting Katadora, from what I heard, and especially Kurosami in the same room as fucking Kate Vi Lin or Kate Vi. Complete fucking travesty, but it's unfortunate that this is part of their taste, I guess. I don't know.
Not learning about the vast and complicated political sphere around them, but instead spent their time debating on.
Okay, and also not learning about the vast and complicated political sphere around them. What are you talking about? Clearly they have somewhat of an understanding if they made the first season as good as it was. If anything, the issue with the second season isn't necessarily that they have a poor understanding of politics. Maybe there's some flaws in the latter parts of the show that I'm just not really remembering correctly. It's that we don't get enough insight into those things. I'm pretty sure that they would be competent enough in writing them in a way that is compelling and would make sense. They just didn't have the time. Like, if I had it my way, the first act would be a season in itself. Maybe not like the full 9 episode type beat, but at least something similar to that. But let's see this other tweet. Christian, I've noticed a considerable amount of discontent surrounding Vi's character arc in the second season on the past few days. Many argue that she no longer possesses, the prominence we witnessed in the first season. Christian Link says, I've read that criticism. It's true that season 2 had other characters to occupy more screen time. As writers, we were interested in these characters. I really don't know what else to say. So this has nothing to do with character ships, like this person is saying. What the fuck are they talking about? This is the same. Oh my god. Why does every YouTuber do this nowadays? Why is every single other YouTuber just say a thing, show tweets, and then the tweets that they show have nothing to do with what the fuck they just said? Like, are you serious, dog? This has nothing to do... The context of this tweet, from what Eli is showing, has absolutely nothing to do with arguing with people on Twitter about... what was it? What's the word? It has nothing to do with freaking, shipping or whatever the hell. And at this point, they already made the show. The show is out. The show is done. So if they want to talk to their fans about whatever the fuck they want to, they have every right to do so, provided that they do so responsibly. Why the fuck is this a problem, dog? I don't understand. It is rage bait, I'm sure. Does this video? I mean, maybe. I don't know. They only had 2 years of additional time after wrapping up Season 1's production to work on Season 2. At some point, it's likely that Season 2 had less production time. More than likely, probably. Because lying is easy, Kaiser. I don't know if this person... let's not... Okay? It depends on the rest of the video. Alright? Let's not pause Andy here. This depends on the rest, how the rest of it goes up forward. But... when it comes to doing stuff like this, you need to set your best foot forward. You have to. You got to. You can't just say a thing, show a tweet, and have that tweet have nothing to do with what you just said. That's not how that works. Not a good way of facilitating your argument. There are statements that can be used from the writing team, mainly one member, that can be used to criticize the writers, but this tweet is not one of those, nor does it match the context. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't understand where they're going with this. I mean, yeah, let's see. But yeah, off to a not so great start, because this person is just responding to someone talking about how, hey, people have differing feelings about Vi's character arc in Season 2. Which he has every right to respond to. It has nothing to do with shipping. And also, learning about the vast political world. Dude, they just got done writing a big-ass show. They can do it. Let them take a load off from freaking politics. Are you serious? I cannot imagine a more stressful thing to do after making a multi-million-dollar show. Hey, let's talk about the election, guys. I just got finished making the next Gurren Lagann.
The vast and complicated political sphere around them, but instead spent their time debating online as to which ships they thought were superior to the other, as they sipped their hug
That's
fruit
not what you
barrels
showed.
watching the latest episode of The Legend of Korra. I know all of this seems a bit forward, but if you...
I was just thinking...
look at all of the shows that inspired the very people who are writing Arcane, it's honestly no wonder something went wrong. And yes, I am keeping the comments on. Is it wickedness?
I mean, if you don't, keep the comments on, you're kind of a fucking pussy. So yeah, I'm very glad you're doing that. Thank you for doing the bare minimum. Anyways though, also look at that fucking ratio, dog. For a channel of this size? Holy shit, that is terrible. That brother gone. I mean, they got 5K views in this video, though. But, hey, I actually liked Korra. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking Korra V. We're not judging you for it, okay? It being good is an entirely different point, though, alright? She.
I I don't want to talk about Avatar. I don't think I need to explain.
Wait, what? If you don't want to talk about, why'd you bring it up?
Why Avatar is good. It's just that Avatar is kind of the original sin when you think about it. Avatar.
Oh my god, are they gonna pull the freaking Lily Orchard thing? God! No! Are they gonna pull the freaking Lily Orchard thing? Where they're gonna say, oh my god, every show nowadays is so bad because they're trying to be Avatar. No! Even if Avatar didn't exist, we would still have these issues. I'm sorry, okay? Get over it.
Was special in that it was one of the first big animated shows to have its release coincide with the boom of the internet. Oh boy, where do I even start? Like, I wasn't around when the Zutara shippers were running their musk around the presence of actual upstanding citizens.
Running their musk! Okay, that's a description. Jesus Christ. Like, I've heard and seen the blood feuds that have sparked, okay, from Zutara fans and shippers and Avatar in general, alright? I can understand that. But goddamn, bro. Don't tell me Eli is a Lily Orchard fan. No. Let's not go that far, Josh. I'm just saying that freaking Lily does a similar thing where she basically blames the fact that shit like Steven Universe, in her opinion, and I don't know, other cartoons nowadays are bad because they're trying to ride off the coattails of Avatar, in her opinion. Even though a good chunk of the shows that she fucking complains about were being produced and created during Avatar's run. Okay? Like, let's be real here. They weren't aping Avatar. They weren't aping off of its success. They were being made at the same motherfucking time. Or they were being produced before Avatar was created. And they just started getting shit off the ground. It's a complicated process. Okay? But let's hear this person out. They implies that people who ship Zutara are racist because they're shit. Whoa. No spoilers, Zero.
With the boom of the internet. Oh boy, where do I even start? Like, I wasn't around when the Zutara shippers were running their musk around the presence of actual upstanding citizens. But to say their lineage hasn't tainted the pot of discourse would be a lie. There's nothing wrong with shipping Zutara. Hell, even some of the writers do. But there's some very serious implications with shipping the son of a colonizer with a woman who's been colonized. That's not...
Brother! Sorry. Whatever the fuck you... It's not that deep, bro. It's shipping two characters that have interesting chemistry between each other and liking their interactions, and you want to see them get together. It's that simple, dude. It's... Let me reel that bitch back. Hold on. Why do I get Toxic Bumblebee shippers flashbacks now? Oh no, man. Hold on.
Running their musk around the presence of actual upstanding citizens. But to say their lineage hasn't tainted the pot of discourse would be a lie. Look, there's nothing wrong with shipping Zutara. Hell, even some of the writers do. But there's some very serious implications with shipping the son of a colonizer with a woman who's been colonized. That's not...
They are all from the same ethnic group, though. I mean, kind of, sorta. The Water Tribe are based on, the Inuits, and the Fire Nation are the Japanese. So there's that. But I mean, really? I mean, if you go at it from a weird angle, sure, I guess. But, like, there's nothing wrong with shipping them even with that implication. I'm pretty sure a huge chunk of why people like the idea of Zuko and Katara being together is that they are both on opposite sides of this big war, this huge ethnic conflict. Right? And they both suffered in different ways. They went through some of the same things. And they can confide in each other potentially because of that. So that's why people ship them. Also because, Zuko's a bad boy, and also because both characters are attractive. It is what it is. And I mean attractive to fucking the age demographic who watches this shit, okay? What the hell did I drop into? This guy has a problem with shippers or something. I don't know. Like, they're saying that, like... I don't know where they're going with this. Okay.
Was shipping the son of a colonizer with a woman who's been colonized. That's not to say they don't have some of the best moments of the show when they're together, but in order to contend with why this pairing works, you have to contend with the context this pairing would exist in. If you're arguing it would have been better than what we got anyway, because that's not why.
I mean, okay, you're taking it into a different direction now. At first, you're just talking about Zutara shippers in general. Now you're arguing against people that say that Zutara should have been the main ship. Which, I don't know why that's a bad thing. The whole point of Zuko is that he is supposed to change from what he had done. And change the Fire Nation for the better, right? That's his whole spiel. That's his whole deal. So, of course, by the end of the show, yeah, there's a little weird implication that's like, oh, my father tried to kill you all, and I tried to kill you all at one point. But after going through hardship and pain together, and learning the value of treating other people like they're human beings, hey, it would be nice if we could actually get together, right? Like, that makes sense. Potentially. Now, do I think that's better than Katara and Aang? I don't think so. But if people see potential in that, why is that a problem? We're only a fourth way in the video, and this person dropped a nuclear take to rival the SAR bombs that Lily Orchard drops daily. I mean, for real, dude. What in the fuck? Remember what that episode, Katara was savage in that episode. 100%. That was a great moment. And this person admits that they have great moments together. Like, I don't understand why this is a problem.
Would exist in. If you're arguing it would have been better than what we got anyway. Because that's not why people ship them. I'm gonna tune you guys into a little secret.
Okay.
Zuko's conventionally attractive. I presume when people were younger and they saw this emo, scarred, secret Boy Scout who's having a pre-life crisis, that changed their brain chemistry a little bit. Someone who makes you think I can fix him while also making it hard to want to. Which begs the question, when you ship Zutara, do you ship it because you like the characters or want to see yourselves with one of them?
I mean, either way, that doesn't really matter. Is it like, if you're just shipping both of the characters, that's one thing. You can ship whoever the fuck you want. If you're trying to argue that, like, oh, Zutara should have been canon because of my wish fulfillment bullshit, then yeah, that's bad. Okay? You should be for whatever ship makes the story better, okay? Not just because, oh, that's just something you want to see. Or that's something that you want to self-insert yourself into. Also, what does Avatar shipping circle have to do with Vi and Caitlyn and how shipping ruined Arcane? I have a theory, okay? A cartoon theory. Thanks for what? No, fuck off. I have my own theory about that, but I'm not gonna spoil it. I haven't pre-watched this video, by the way. I've seen nothing. I've seen nothing of this video.
Certain stories are often criticized for being a male power fantasy, a way for pathetic and somewhat uninteresting men to see themselves in a character who has all of the power, all of the girls, but none of the things that would earn it. And while
okay, but why are you showing ReZero while you're talking about this? ReZero is anything but that, from what I've heard anyway. I haven't watched it myself, of course. But up to my knowledge, the whole point of ReZero is to actively subvert those tropes. Subaru is going through shit in order to get where he is. So what the fuck are you talking about? Attractive, that's a 14-year-old character. I mean, he's trying to say conventionally attractive in the context of, like, you know, the target audience that this show is made for. Which is fair, I suppose, but that's not the big thing. The big thing is that, like, okay, I can kind of understand, you know, there are stories, especially in the isekai genre, that you can fault this for. Why the fuck are you laying that on ReZero? From what I've heard, it is anything but that. It feels like a Neuralities thing. Neuralities said the exact same thing, and she fucking lied. Like, I was literally group watching the Neuralities isekai video with two friends of mine. One who hates ReZero and one who loves it. And when Neuralities was talking that mad shit about the show, I swear to God, both of these two simultaneously said, this bitch is fucking lying. So that should tell you all you really need to know. And pretty much, if you watch freaking Natalie Hunter's video about it, which you should definitely watch because it's great. You know, it gives specific details as to why it's not correct. So, there's that. But yeah, I agree on principle with what they're saying. It's just that using ReZero footage, why?
all of the power, all of the girls, but none of the things that would earn it. And while this criticism is definitely valid in a lot of anime, movies, etc., that doesn't mean that it only extends to one gender. Now, for the centuries that women in real life and in fiction have been subjugated, it is completely fair to not only want, but to obsessively defend those certain characters that make you feel strong. But
I'm with Asami.
Yeah, but when you're with her, you're thinking about me, aren't you?
There's gotta be a line somewhere, right? Like, I feel bad because the discourse around the Legend of Korra has been completely hijacked by honest-to-God bigots who are only offended that the next avatar is a brown woman. And
I'm sorry, what? Where in the hell was this? Are you serious? When was this video made? No, this is about season 2. In the year of our Lord, 2024. Who in the world who still talks about Korra talks shit about her because she's a black woman? Keep in mind, these very same people that hate Korra love Katara. What the fuck does any of this have to do with anything, dog? And also keep in mind, all the characters are freaking Asian. What? Not to say that, oh, you know, there are like a significant amount of bigoted, people talking about the Legend of Korra and talking shit about it. But that is nowhere near the freaking majority. My video on the subject is proof of this. I made my video. There is no racist or weird implications in it at all. And it has 80,000 views at this point. Which, by the way, thank you all so much for loving that video. I did not expect that one to blow up as much as it did. It's so weird to the point where a small channel like myself can make a video in 2024 about the tired-ass subject of whether or not Korra is a Mary Sue or not. And people will still come over and enjoy it and even argue against me. Like, of all the freaking videos I made on my channel, it is the Legend of Korra video that people have had the most beef with. That people are willing to argue with me on. No one's willing to argue with me about Bumblebee, about World Trigger, about World Ends With You, nothing. But Korra is where a lot of people get their go. It's so freaking weird, though. Like, you're trying to say that, like, oh, a majority of people who talk shit about Korra, this and that. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just, like, the different circles of the internet that we are in, I guess. But, like, if you're trying to say that, I swear to God, please show proof. Please show proof.
Honest to God bigots who are only offended that the next avatar is a brown woman. And ever since then, those cartoons, well, they're just too damn woke. But at the same time, I can't shake the feeling that Korra doesn't really make it any easy to defend her. How do I put this? She would be the main character of Black Twitter? Legend of Korra is...
What? What? Okay, this is why I do not go on Twitter for more than like 30 minutes a day, okay? Because of shit like this. What the fuck is that? What? Okay, I don't understand, man.
She would be the main character of Black Twitter? Legend of Korra is the reason I hate love triangles. While most of them are annoying because we know who the endgame is, and we're just wasting our time trying to get there, LOK's is even more insidious because none of these characters come close to having as good of a relationship that the original Team Avatar had. On their own, they're boring, but together, they're even more hollow. It appears the writers wanted to show the complex emotions and hormones of being a teenager with the love triangles of The Legend of Korra. But firstly, this combined with Korra generally just being an asshole to everyone around her and her irresponsibility as an avatar makes her character even harder to watch. However, even that would be fine if it wasn't implied that this iteration of Team Avatar will be as long-lasting of friends as the original gang were. That would be like trying to tell me the cast of Euphoria get a content house together after high school or something. You don't make out with the entire friend group.
It's interesting to see how people see shows from a writing perspective. I mean, yeah, that's always fun to see. Kind of Twitter deflector shields can only last so long. I mean, yeah, for real, dude. This is why I don't have a Twitter at all. Fair rival. You see, that's one level. The first level is just being on Twitter for most of your day, like most of the fucking internet people around here, which is fucking cringe. The second level is people like me, who are only there for the memes and occasional, you know, critical diatribes about media. They say pee-pee poo-poo and then leave after 20 minutes. And then there's people like Rival, who are base chads who don't have a Twitter account. Rock on, dog. Kaiser watched Euphoria. Joking. I hear mixed things about Euphoria. I don't know, man. Would you say that people think of shows writing from a trope dynamic standpoint rather than a narrative standpoint? It depends on who you're talking to. Like, I think in terms of the vast majority of people just care about seeing the things that they like repeated over and over to a certain extent. Like, most people think of things in terms of, like, looking at certain tropes that they like and dislike, and if they massage their brain in just the right ways, then they'll come to just be religiously enjoying it. This is my theory, personally, about why Ruby got so big. It has everything about that people like about anime from the early 2000s, action anime from the early 2000s, combined with, you know, semi-retro early internet schlock and cool fight choreography. You know, that's why that show got as big as it did for a time. Because, you know, people just like seeing the certain things that they like from media. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's where we get to critical discussion about the writing where we kind of get fucked up. That's what I'm saying. I already go making essays and YouTube comments on the rare occasion on Twitter. Oh God, forget it. Yeah, forget that shit, dude. Don't even bother. Twitter is not worthy of your fucking text walls, dog. And I absolutely mean that. You're absolutely a fucking champion. I always love and you know, a lot of stuff you make is pretty insightful. But yeah.
And then everything is just cool afterwards. But as I alluded to earlier, no one really seems to care about that because, again, Korra as a character fulfills a female fantasy. She's strong, she's assertive, and gets to tongue whoever she wants. This is
now I will say it is interesting I think this is like the second YouTuber that has ever talked about Korra from this particular perspective, in terms of like, oh, how the, you know, wish fulfillment, self-indulgence bullcrap exists on the opposite gender. Because usually it's mostly only talked about with females, with male stuff for men, right? So I think ER was like the first person to talk about it for an extended period. Most of the time it's kind of like just, you know, it's just kind of there. Like a throwaway line or something. It's like, oh, this is made so that women can feel better about themselves, and they just move on. Now, I will say, though, I will say that I'm not really a fan of how demeaning the tone is. I feel like they are just going at it. Like, they don't have enough caveats, if that makes any sense. Like, they're going way too hard on the paint against people that like Korra and want to defend it. And also, they're just not showing proof about any of these people. You know, more vague posting, which is extra cringe, but it is what it is. Yeah. Who does that self-insert themselves as Korra? But can you show me any evidence of girls doing that? I mean, I wouldn't doubt that there are people that do that. I've seen that myself on Twitter, of course. But, like, I don't see it very often because I'm not on there very often. Thank God. Women, am I right? Anyway.
This is again why I bring up these two shows in the first place. People don't really care about the story, how good or bad the characters are. They only care about the ability to insert themselves into whatever powerful role a character has, or inversely, want to see themselves with a powerful character, which...
I mean, I guess, but I'm not sure if I would say that's the reason why a majority of people like Korra. I just don't I wouldn't confidently say that. I understand why in a lot of ways Korra is meant for those people. And I can see how it does, or not meant for those people. I can see how she appeals to those types of people. I don't think that's the majority of people who like the show, who watch the show. Because from the shit that I have seen, these are people that legitimately think that Korra is a literary masterpiece, that it's a good show. They legitimately believe that narratively it's a good show. It has nothing to do with them, you know, feeling fulfilled internally or whatever. It has everything to do with them just thinking that the writing is good and them being fucking wrong about it. It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. Like, it's kind of demeaning to say this. Low-key, high-key, low-key, but high-key, though. You know what I'm saying? Also, why are we still going on about Avatar and a video that's supposed to be about Arcane? Okay, we'll get to it, rival. God, okay? We'll get to it. Chill. Daddy, chill. What the hell even is that? Anyway. Yo. And also, yeah, more vague posting, shadowboxing. Like, I know these people exist, but that's from the very few interactions that I've seen. Even then, I don't think that's the majority of people who watch Korra or who defend Korra. I don't. I really don't. The people that I've seen who defend Korra defend it to the fucking death because they think it's a good show. Now, if you want to say it's psychoanalyzed and say that, oh, you know, it's because they want to see themselves in the character, that's why I like it, you can maybe make the argument for the children watching, but what about the grown-ass men and especially women that defend it? You know what I mean? It's the same problem that I had with, what was it? Xiaolong Media's. It's the same problem I had with Xiaolong Media's video about Bumblebee and a thing that she said that I made a whole ass video about. You're making a lot of assumptions about why people like the things that they do, and you're not even giving the audience a mirror into that. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just don't feel that it's right, I guess, to make assumptions about people. Like, it's not wrong to make those assumptions, but to not show proof about it or show an example of what you're talking about, I don't know, it just comes off really scummy to me.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with that inherently. Escapism is why we entertain fiction. But as we'll see later, this attitude starts to pollute the minds and behaviors of certain susceptible internet goers.
Who the fuck is this? Who is that? Wait, hold on. Is that Amanda Overton or whoever she is? Was that her? Yeah, that's her. Never mind. Okay. She
has gotten pile drived by half of the internet.
Yes.
Some more rationally than others, obviously. But
sure.
Let it be known that this show kind of deserves all of it. As the less than Steve.
That's a massive. I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that. Like, to a certain extent, I can understand why people started like dissuading over the show, and I had my problems with it too. That's why I joined in the hate pile back in the day. But looking at it now and a lot of the criticisms towards the show, a lot of them don't really hold up to scrutiny. I wish I had rewatched the show. Someday I'm going to rewatch Steven Universe myself, just to truly judge where I lay with it, you know what I mean? But like, dude, I would love for Sai to come over on this stream right here and to poke their brain about it, I guess. And I hope they bring up specific examples. Also, why are you bringing up Utena?
Obviously, but let it be known that this show kind of deserves all of it. As the Less Than Steven universe got from its anime influences, Yuri likenesses, and melodramatic cartoon forefathers, ended up making it so every character on this show is almost astoundingly unlikable. And don't worry, the characters themselves agree with me, as there's a sense of unabashed insecurity reeking from the people in Beach City. Not because they have misplaced insecurities caused by trauma, neglect, etc., although they certainly do, but whether it is Pearl being so insecure about her own strength that she has to take advantage of someone else without their consent to feel stronger. Yeah, remember that episode?
Oh my god. No, they said, is this Lily? No, this is exactly Lily's take. What is going on? Dude, is this Liquid Lily? What in the world? Oh no. Okay, chat, remind me. I'm pretty sure the whole thing with Pearl allegedly essaying freaking Garnet or coercing Garnet doesn't hold up to scrutiny. I don't remember the exact arguments because it's been eons since I've seen Steven Universe. It's been a minute. But do those hold up to scrutiny? Yes or no? And explain why a little bit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just mentioned Sai's name. Here she is. Oh, fuck. I literally just saw this in my rec. Somehow I have been summoned. Wait, do you watch my stream, Sai? What is going on? Oh, happy day. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. It does not hold up to scrutiny. Okay, Sai, here's what we're gonna do. If you're up to it, here's what we're gonna do. Sai, do you mind coming up on stream real quick? And just explain to me why that doesn't... Explain to me this section of this whole thing, okay? Oh my god, they talk about Steven Universe for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna need some assistance here. You're my assist trophy in Smash Bros, okay? Are you up for that, though? Are you up for that? Yeah, sign the chat! Let's go! I think this is the second time you've been in the chat. Ever since, like, the Lily video, right? The June the King video. Oh, sure I can. Alright, for real. Okay, let me just get on Discord real quick. Holy shit, okay. I guess I have to put featuring Sai in the freaking title, I guess, of the stream. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Boy, that's just crazy. Hey, I mean, hey, I've always said that we always needed the collab at some point. But, hold on. Let me just change my sound settings on Discord. And also, let me make sure that y'all would be able to hear me. I mean, to hear her on Discord. Hold on, real quick. Give me just a second. Scooty up, dooty up, dee 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 da. Scooty up, dooty up, dee 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 da. Scooty up, dooty up, dee 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 da, dee dee da 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 da. I hate that that song is copyrighted, by the way. I wanted to use that shit in one of my videos. Who the fuck is calling me? Who's calling me? It's not Sai. Dude, does this guy not know that I'm freaking streaming right now? What's going on? You guys must have made a summoning circle. I mean, for real. I don't know what. Hold on. Wait. Oh, shit. Sorry, just dealing with background stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna start the call. Just give me a sec, okay? Okay. Alright, hold on just a moment. Let me just create the audio channel so that they can hear you. Holy shit. Okay. Hold on a sec. Actually, let me use the Actually, let's use the collab channel, actually. No, in my thing. It's not even in the server thing. It's the stuff I have specifically in OBS. Hold on just a sec. Definitely. Hold on. Yeah, they can't hear you just yet. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Alright. I think. Where's the audio? Where's the audio for it? Hold on. Yeah, you're in the shower. Ah, damn. Very, very professional. Okay. Only the best. Okay. Let me just have that off screen there. All right. I'm pretty sure everybody can hear you now. Say
hello? 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 Can everybody hear me?
Okay, now.
We'll know when they're freaking out in the chat.
Yeah.
Literally was just like, oh, I need a video to watch, and saw you and saw Garnet and Pearl, and I was like, let's see what this is about. And then everyone in the chat's talking about me.
No, because straight up, we just started watching this video, and
you guys summoned me.
I guess I was saying that, like, I mentioned you.
I sensed it. I sensed it, and I came.
It in the force. the minute
I said, some bitch is talking about me.
Holy shit.
That's so funny. But he's ripping off Lily Orchard's take, which is a rip-off of Riley H's take. Is that it?
I guess, yeah.
It's such bullshit. I hate it so much when people say this shit.
Okay, and also, because of certain things that happen in the background that I forgot about, we'll probably only be reacting to just this video, unfortunately.
It's okay. I'll stick around for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, it's good that you're here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anyways, yeah, they're just copying the take from Lily about how, like, the first sign of it was, okay, the way that they were talking about Avatar is that, oh, everything is aping Avatar. It's like, okay, well, and then they mentioned
that's
this,
a Lily take. Yeah.
that's a primo Lily take. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Exquisite.
Share your screen with me so I can see the video too. Okay. That's alright. I just got your stream muted so I don't get like the latency.
Oh yeah. By the way, can you guys hear Sai? Okay.
They said they can. I'm looking at the chat at least. Yeah.
Sorry, just doing different things at the same time. Aside from this, how are you doing? By the way, how you been?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I just got home. Literally saw your stream.
Like, did you see that I was streaming? And that's
no, I refreshed my recommendations. I see your.
Oh, hold on. What is with my audio?
Alright, trying to share your screen. It's going.
Yeah,
it's going. It's taking its sweet time.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's because I have all this different stuff with streaming or whatever.
Oh yeah, Josh.
Oh right, I think they're about they haven't really made any strict comments.
If it's too much for your internet, don't bother. But apparently they're saying this person also comments about Utena, so are they just like ripping off all of Lily Orchard's like worst hits?
I don't know. Like they've shown Utena on the screen, and they were basically saying that Steven Universe didn't properly utilize the elements that Utena and its other
that's a Lily ass take.
I can smell that take from a mile away. God. Hold on. Oh fuck. Hold on, guys. I think my internet just crapped out. I think Discord crapped out. I don't know. I don't think they know who Lily is. I mean, look, bad takes trickle down, people. Bad takes trickle down. Also, sorry about this. I think my Discord fucked up. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay, great. Sorry about that. Yeah, my Discord just crapped itself. It's okay. Luckily, I pride myself, at least somewhat, on being able to just, recount whatever bullshit somebody is saying, so.
You could wait a minute, what is the video called? You could just tell me what part you're on and I can try to sync up.
Why Arcane was destined to
What the fuck are they talking about, Steven Universe?
I don't know!
I never seen Arcane though. I know everyone's gonna yell at me because it's got lesbians, but
okay, so like
4 weeks ago.
The majority of the video so far, we are in. Hold on.
So much of this is talking about SU. What the fuck?
Yeah, 7:21.
And complaining about Korra. Oh my god, they are just copying Lily's homework. Holy shit.
I know. So okay.
Like
they are
7 minutes in 7:21. Okay.
So what's happening?
We'll do it old school. We'll do it old school.
Yeah, old school.
We'll sync up. We'll sync our watches
before the rabbit. Yeah, before the watch togethers. But yeah, what's happening here is that so far in the video, they're trying to say that Arcane season 2 is like another victim of how internet culture can change the nature of a show for the worse. More specifically,
that is a Lily. That is another.
I know.
That is another Lily-esque take.
I know.
It's like, the shippers and the internet people are dictating this show, like not knowing that seasons are completed before they air.
No,
it's not like they're changing the show week to week to catch up with what the fans think, which is what Lily thinks too.
Yes, it's exactly what you think. The worst part is that they showed a tweet from one of the writers. Okay, let me reel at. Okay, no, we can't reel.
Yeah, catch me up on this.
Okay, so what they said was that they show a tweet, and they were. Okay, their sentence was this: the person of the video, Eli, said that these are people that instead of looking at the fucking complex political landscape of our world, they argue with people on Twitter about which ships they like better or not. And they show a tweet where that has nothing to do with what they said. They show two tweets that have almost nothing to do with what they said. The second tweet is even more egregious because they were responding. One of the writers of the show was responding to a fan that was saying that, hey, there are some people that have criticisms over the main character of Arcane not getting enough focus in season 2. And the writer just responding to that. It had nothing to do with shipping or anything like that. But they showed it on the video.
Also,
for some reason.
Why do you give a fuck if people talk about shipping for fun on the internet? Like, it doesn't mean they don't care about anything else in the world ever.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about?
Like, I can understand. I get what they're saying on principle, right? Because I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes, okay? That's exactly what happened with Ruby. Well, not exactly. Not specifically shippers, but in terms of just, like, being cucked to the fans, right? And just
that's an indie show. That's different.
Yeah, that's
you know?
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm getting at. It makes sense.
They're gonna be way more involved. Yeah.
Hey, BioGundam, what's up? But freaking.
I just don't understand this kind of shit. To be honest, it's like let people have fun. Just because they're talking about shipping doesn't mean that's the only thing they care about. What the hell is your damage? You know.
Again, and if you're trying to say that bad. Like poor understanding of tropes or whatever, proselytized by the internet or whatever fuck, is, seeping itself into actual media in a bad way. There's a way that you can talk about it, but this person isn't doing it right so far.
No, they're just copying Lily Orchard's opinions, basically. That's what it sounds like. I mean, they're talking about Korra. They're talking about Steven Universe. They're complaining about Twitter.
We got Korra. We got Avatar. We got Steven Universe. We got Utena.
Like, this all sounds very familiar.
Okay, I'm real back.
Like, of all the people to rip off, why would you choose? Yeah.
No. I mean, listen, bad takes trickle down. So maybe they're not a fan of Lily and they just saw different people saying the same thing and they're just, they legitimately believe it and they're aping it, okay?
Oh yeah, look
at the video back.
People parrot Lily's bullshit.
Yeah, and for a time I used to. I reeled it back to 6.
What part
minutes.
are we?
We're at Humble. I reeled it back to the beginning of Humble, yes.
All right. We'll try to sync up here. You'll just have to count to 3 and tell me when to pause.
All right, sure. Let me just plug up my laptop real quick.
I'm gonna put the closed captions on so I can follow what this idiot is saying. Wait. Kaiser on the chat sent me. They mentioned how people who ship Zutara and they mention a colonizer.
Okay, yeah. Let me explain that.
Oh my head. Oh my god. Dude, I think people just ship Zuko and Katara because they're closer in age than Zuko than Katara and Aang. Well,
yeah,
also Zuko and Aang. I think people ship them too, but
Yeah. But so what they were saying, from what I can remember, they were saying that, hey, there's nothing wrong with shipping Zutara or whatever, right? And they were saying that if you're trying to say that Zutara would have been the better canon ship, you would have had to reconcile that this is a relationship between the son of a colonizer and a woman who was colonized.
Like, but they hadn't even taken over the Southern Water Tribe yet.
I mean, not even, yes, but not even
That's
just
what they were doing at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, that is true. But not even just that. The whole point of Zuko's development is that he's supposed to be different from those people, that he's redeeming himself.
Yeah, like, he is a product of his environment, and he learns to be better. What is wrong with that? The people who make these arguments act like people can never change or learn. Like, how do you expect anyone to learn to be better if you just act like, well, you were a colonizer when you were, like, 17, so that's what you're going to be forever. This traumatized 17-year-old trying to impress his father maybe doesn't make the best decisions. Oh, no.
All right, listen, Sai, okay? You have the blood of Christopher Columbus in your veins.
Actually, no, I don't. I'm descended from Irish immigrants.
Okay,
bro, we had the potato famine going on. You can't say that to me.
All right, let me step off then. But it's the same energy. It's the same energy, right?
I ain't part of the Mayflower Club, all right?
The Mayflower Club. The Fire Nation Club.
No, there's actually people who keep track of their ancestry to the Mayflower.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, let's not get off topic, though.
Yeah, of course. So, are you ready, though?
Yeah, I'm ready. Tell me when to hit play.
Okay. On the count, all right, I'll say 3 and then play, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, play. She. No copyright.
Universe has gotten pile-drived by half of the internet. Some more rationally than others, obviously. But let it be known that this show kind of deserves all of it. As the lessons the universe got from its anime influences, Yuri likenesses, and melodramatic cartoon forefathers ended up making it so every character on the show is almost astoundingly unlikable. And
Can we pause? One thing, Utena isn't Yuri. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh yeah, that's been a big sticking point.
This is how I can tell this person has never seen it, because they think it's sword lesbians and it's not.
I mean, here's the thing. I've yet to see it. I've yet to see it, and you don't hear me saying shit about it.
For free on YouTube, man. You need to watch it. But no, it's definitely a very interesting piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who think it's just like, Yuri lesbians, it's like, that's really not what it's about. It's really, really not. And again, all the Utena references in Steven Universe are purely visual. There is nothing thematically related to Utena in Steven Universe at all. Right. It's just like a couple of animation references and the rose motifs and the shadow play flashbacks, you know? That's it. I mean, you could argue like they at least take the form of the shadow play flashbacks in Utena is that when you see a flashback when everyone's in silhouette, you're not seeing the truth. You're seeing like the sanitized version of it. Yeah. And they do use that same kind of symbolism in Steven Universe because when Garnet is telling the backstory of Rose Quartz and the Crystal Gems, it's the silhouette puppet style, and you are hearing like the glorified version of things and not the torment and the pain and the horrors of war. That were the reality,
you basically got fed, propaganda of WAC.
Yeah, basically. And, Steven's heard this nice sanitized version his entire life because he's a fucking little kid,
Sure. No, that makes sense.
I said it in my original video, who was going to tell an 8-year-old your mother committed war crimes?
I mean, listen. If this were a story made in the Gundam universe, I absolutely would.
Oh my! Get in the robot, Steven. That's Ava.
Wrong, yeah, I was about to say wrong mecha show.
Nice piss off a bunch of mecha fans.
Speaking of mecha, I rewatched Big O recently. That show still holds up.
Big O is so good.
It
so
has
good.
so much style. Anyway.
It's anime's answer to Batman animated.
For real.
It is. Okay, we got to count down again so we can continue.
Yes. 3, 2, 1, play.
Agree with me, as there's a sense of unabashed insecurity reeking from the people in Beach City. Not because they have misplaced insecurities caused by trauma, neglect, etc., although they certainly do, but whether it is Pearl being so insecure
Not because they
about her
do, but
strength
they
that she
do.
wants to take advantage of someone else without their consent to feel stronger. Yeah, remember that episode? Lapis hating how she's been used only to then use her only friend, the villains hating themselves for being intergalactic colonizers.
Okay, pause.
Okay.
When
Alright,
did the
so there's a
diamond
lot.
hate themselves for being... When did the diamonds hate themselves for being intergalactic colonizers?
Yeah, the closest
That was
person
maybe Rose? Rose, but the others? No!
Yeah, because Blue was
What are you
sad that they
talking
were
about?
separated from Pink Diamond. Not because they were sad about what
Yeah,
they
but see-
did.
Blue, yellow, and white are like total Fermi paradox. They are aliens who don't see any other alien life as on the same level as them.
Right.
You know, even though Greg runs up to Blue and talks to her in plain English, and she's still like, "Oh, you cute little critter, I'm gonna put you in Pink Zoo." You know?
Right.
They don't see other life forms as people. Because why would they? They're basically
Yeah.
space gods, you know? And that's
Yeah.
part of what makes them interesting and part of what makes them have to, learn. Like, even by the movie, they still don't quite get it, you
Sure.
know?
Now, you
Especially
could
with
say...
White having to be reminded not to say lower life forms, but equal life forms.
Equal life forms. Now, of course, there are probably some criticisms you can make about the way that they how the pacing of their development went or whatever the hell.
Oh, yeah, because the show got shit canned
Yeah, it
because of
got
a gay
canceled.
wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
See, this is proof that the gays ruin everything, guys. Okay.
Exactly. Us wanting marriage, we just ruined everything. It was a slippery slope. They were right, yeah.
But
But,
okay.
the diamonds were grieving over Pink, you know? And yeah, maybe Yellow and Blue, had some self-esteem issues as well, because they were dealing with White their entire fucking lives.
Sure.
And White was obviously the matriarch of all four of them. But, no, they didn't regret being colonizers until Steven explained to them it was bad.
Yeah.
And again, this is the thing people do with Steven Universe villains. It's why do you think they should objectively know human values? They are aliens. Why do you expect them to just automatically know oh, treating other people like objects is bad? What frame of reference do they have?
Well, they
for
shouldn't.
that?
Well, here's the thing. They shouldn't. They think they should die.
Yeah, or they
That's
think
the
they
thing.
should just know oh, everything you're doing is wrong, but why would they know that? Unless they're shown another way to live
sounds
life.
weird. Yeah, that
is a
sounds weird to me.
constant-
I've never seen people say that before, but that's wild.
That's a constant theme in Steven Universe that these aliens come to Earth and they learn how different life can be. They had no
Right.
idea before then, you know. The Gem Empire operates like an insect hive. It's supposed to be really inhuman, and it's why do you think that's an endorsement? You this is a show for children, and your media literacy is so bad you
For
can't
real.
even follow it. You know.
Jesus. But speaking of
People
lack
just
of
look-
media literacy,
Well, I think people are just
Go ahead.
looking for things. They're just looking for things that aren't in the show. They're well, everything has to be
100%.
about racism and everything has to be about injustice and inequality. And I'm looking for these things where they're
Racism,
not even
knock
saying
it
that.
off. Bullying, knock it off. Terrorism, knock it
And the
off.
And the thing about gems is that they're a very good vehicle for allegory, because they don't line up one-to-one with human relationships and human values. So they're you can take a lot of the situations gems get into and apply it to all sorts of real life situations, and which is again a good thing for children. It is a children's show.
Yeah, this like I said before, I definitely want to like actually sit down and rewatch Steven Universe at some point pretty soon, just to get like a better understanding of it, just because you know, a lot of different things were happening, and I wasn't really like feeling how things were going in the latter points of the story, but I want to like check it from a fair lens, I guess.
As much as I'm a big fan of the show, I do recommend the Flood Order, because the first season is a bit of a slog.
What's the Flood Order?
Basically, it's the order of watching episodes that gets you to Mirror Gem the fastest, which is where the show actually starts getting interesting. Because before that, it is a little bit of a more kind of goofy, episodic, early 2000s style show. And it's just kind of, I don't like it. If the show had stayed that way, I probably wouldn't be a fan, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough.
But they were very clearly finding their feet in the beginning, especially the first half of season 1. So there's something called the Flood Order, though they tell you to skip Gem Glow, the first episode. I would still recommend watching that. But yeah, they like say they give you a bunch, like, you can skip this, you can skip this, you can skip this, get you to Mirror Gem as fast as possible. While still maintaining like all the information you need to know.
All right, good shit. But one of the other things this person said, getting back to this person, this datum, fucking one of the things they also said was that they were basically parroting the take about Pearl allegedly like coercing or assaulting Garnet. Do you want to speak on that real quick?
Well, see, the thing is, Pearl does trick Garnet. She tricks Garnet into fusing.
Yes.
Because Peridot has gone to like an old gem structure to broadcast a Mayday message out. And of course they have to go smash it up to stop her from doing it, because they don't want her contacting Homeworld, because that would be bad for them.
Yes.
But Pearl keeps it going and repairing it, so it's like, oh, Peridot must have repaired it. We totally got a fuse again. Yep. But like, you can't read it as assault unless you think fusion is sex, which it's not. Fusion is
that's one of the few takes that kind of like weirded me out in regards to even negative criticism at the time for Steven Universe. From what I can understand, fusion in Steven Universe, it represents relationships in general, not just sex.
Yes. It is who two or more people are together. Yes. As a singular being, represented as a singular being. That's what fusion is. Thing is, I always say they didn't really do themselves any favors, because the first fusions we see is just Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst, and they're all doing kind of provocative dances. So,
yeah, it didn't do a whole lot of favors.
People get the idea that it's a lot more salacious than it actually is. But really, a fusion is a singular being who is the representation of who two or more people are together, and it's all of them sharing the same perspective at once. So they've all had that experience of being that singular person when they're fused together. So Pearl being insecure, codependent, anxious, you know, she liked the feeling of security she got from fusing with Garnet, because Garnet is, of course, Ruby and Sapphire, who are a couple, a very supportive couple, and they're gelled together very well because they're fused all the time. And, you know, Pearl is a little envious of that, because she never really had that with Rose. Rose never kind of fully committed to her. So, you know, that's also part of her neuroses there. Yeah. But yeah, you can teach kids about boundaries and consent without it having to be sexual. Imagine.
Yeah, there are different kinds of boundaries in life.
Yeah, and again, people are like treating this like it's not a children's show. Like they always accuse the fans of treating it as not a children's show, when it's really the critics that do that. Like, I'm very cognizant it's a children's show. I never like say, oh no, it's totally like super mature. I mean, obviously there's themes in there that adults can take away things from, and I'm admiring the work of other adults, because people seem to forget that it's adults who make cartoons, you know? But I don't know, that take, again, Lily just ripped that off from Riley H., who wrote a batshit insane article about Steven Universe, which, and Riley H. is a con artist. and
the
a live
worst part
journal
is
troll.
the worst part is, ladies and gentlemen, it is confirmed that Lily apparently didn't even watch Steven Universe Maker reviews. Which
I don't think that. Well, okay, I don't think
well,
that's okay. To be
maybe.
fair, I don't think that's quite what she said.
Yeah.
I think what she meant was she never would have watched Steven Universe or Starverses if it wasn't for quote unquote work, meaning her YouTube channel. But I still don't think she watched the entire show, because I went in and because I had that lost video I reacted to that was supposed to be her talking about Change Your Mind in the very last episodes of the show. And she never got to talking about Change Your Mind. But she just bitched about what she assumed the themes were, and then said a bunch of bullshit about World of Warcraft, and then flashed the photo of a teenage suicide victim for no reason. But never actually talked about the episodes in question. I don't think she watched them. And it's like the same thing with the movie. The more I sit on her review of the movie, the more I think she didn't fucking watch it, and she just read Cliff Notes and edgy
I was about
fan
to say, because
off
it'd
Reddit.
be really weird for her to make multiple videos up until, because she didn't just start with the big Steven Universe video. She made multiple different videos before that point, as sort of like,
she did a few
the build
like
up
she
to
did a
the,
few like
Avengers Infinity War. Right.
Well,
so
she did
it'd
a
be
few
hard to
mysteries. She did a few Mystery Science Theater 3000 like recaps with her ex-girlfriend, who she's really, really bitter at. The one she stole the last name Orchid from.
Oh yeah,
And,
Lizzie, I think.
I have had a theory that the reason she went after Steven Universe so hard is because Lizzie liked it. The whole reason Lily Orchid ruined the reputation of this fucking children's show online is because her ex-girlfriend liked it, and she's really, really, really bitter about this ex-girlfriend. But she goes after the things. She goes after the media people likes. After Jessie Gender mentioned her in a video, she suddenly started trashing Star Trek, which is Jessie Gender's thing. She started going after Dragon Age because it's my thing. You know, she just does this. So, like, all of her fucking whack-ass opinions were either stolen from other people or just shit she pulled out of her ass. And I don't think she watched the entire show. Like, she gets the most simple things wrong. Like, her review of the movie, she, like, gets so many, like, very simple things wrong that you wouldn't get wrong
Can y'all
if you
tell
had
how
actually
quickly
watched
this
it.
is becoming a Lily stream?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But this person is obviously ripping off her takes. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm, like, taking over. I just came on your stream and took over.
No, it's okay. We really enjoy the commentary because
she said, I never would have watched these shows if it wasn't for work, and my work is I have to talk about children's fantasy shows that I hate, you know. But like, no, nobody asked you to do that. But I, honest to God, don't think she's seen. She's maybe seen scattered episodes of seasons 2 and 3, and that's about it. I think because there's so many things she never talks about. You know, it's like when she did Dungeon Meshi too. I could tell she didn't watch the whole thing. I could tell she watched the first 3 episodes and didn't watch the whole thing.
At some
fast
point, I'm
to,
gonna do my own reaction to that video, so that's gonna be interesting.
You know, in both videos, she somehow never once talks about Senshi, ever.
Yeah, you mentioned that in, like, I think your stream.
How do you review?
I have no idea why.
How do you review Dungeon Meshi and don't talk about the central fucking character?
Right.
You know? And she just got so many little tiny things wrong. It was like, if you had actually watched this fucking episode, you wouldn't have made this mistake.
Kaiser, she might go after Gundam after acknowledging your Arcane video. She'll be bored within the first 2 minutes. I'm good.
Oh, I don't. Which Gundam would she go for anyway?
If she listen, here's the thing. If she goes for the alternative universe, the AU Gundams, here's my thing. There's only 3 of them that are good, in my opinion. So you can do whatever the fuck you want with those. But the minute you start,
Kaiser.
The minute you get into
G Gundam.
Okay, yeah, I'm a little mixed on G Gundam, but I will still defend it if she says some bullshit about it. 100%.
Yeah, right. You'll just be contrarian like her on purpose. Yeah.
Whoa. That was over the top vitriolic of you.
I apologize. I should be canceled on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, there was a brief disconnection. Are we good, chat? We good? I think we're good.
I think we're good. You kind of roboted there for a second.
Okay.
But
small connection issue. Anyway, I rolled it back to 7:26. So There were a bunch of
726, okay,
points.
let
I
me
feel like there was
get-
a point in the middle of this that they said, and I forgot about.
Okay. We'll start from 726 then, if you want to count us down.
Yes. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Villains hating themselves for being intergalactic colonizers, or the main character hating himself for being way too sensitive and emotional to the detriment of everyone in the universe. Everyone in this show rightfully knows they're terrible people. If you want the best example of this, look no further than Rose Quartz.
Oh,
She's
shit.
honest to God just a gooner who wanted to goon in peace, but her dictatorship got in the way. I'm not kidding. That's what her character is. Like, yeah, she can eventually
Okay,
learn the sanctity
pause.
of the earth and how
I don't know if you get to the part. I think I might have started before you.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm still in the Rose part.
I'm up to
but,
her. Yeah, I'm up to them talking about Rose wanting to goon in peace.
Okay. I think you okay, so you paused a little bit earlier, but
Okay, pause
I
around
saw
where you are right now.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, 7.
So it's a joke. It's a common joke
yeah.
that Pink only started the rebellion because she wanted to fuck humans. Like it's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
It's a
Like,
joke!
isn't the idea is that like,
Bro!
oh my god, she saw like a different way of life that doesn't involve killing people, and she said she's all like, hey, maybe this.
Also,
might be alright.
like, Steven doesn't hate himself for being sensitive and emotional. Steven has a lot of self-loathing because he's been in his mother's shadow his entire life, and he's the helper. He's the guy who always feels like he has to help other people,
yeah.
you know, to the detriment of himself.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
but yeah,
sort
like
of,
in
overextending in order to
Well,
compensate for the fact of, like, you know,
and
her
also
mom-
in
his mom did all
future-
these things.
Yeah, for the first time in future, he's trying to figure out who he is without Rose. Because
Yeah,
the
which makes
entire
sense in the
original
story.
series...
The entire original series is about trying to, like, fix all the issues, and now that they basically beating the bad guys and everything's all chill, yeah, it makes sense for him to be much more introspective. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, he's got nothing to distract himself from. He's got no problems to fix, and then he has his own problems which he doesn't know how to fix, which is a very
Yeah, and
common
he's becoming
problem
an
with
adult.
helper-type people. Yeah, and he's a 16-year-old boy, for fuck's sake. That's hard enough for a normal teenager. He just saved the fucking galaxy, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, and also, the entire first original series, nobody knew if Steven was just a reincarnation of Rose or not. Nobody
Right.
knew if he was actually his own person, and he had that hanging over his head, too. You know? And
Right.
he convinced himself he had some sort of magical destiny because his mother was so great and powerful, and he had heard all these stories about her being a perfect rebellious leader and stuff, and he had all that pressure put on him. Whether he put it on himself or the people around him also kind of had big expectations for him. And Rose never actually wanted that for him, you know?
Yep. So this
So,
whole thing
yeah.
just doesn't make any sense at all. to
It's
me.
just living in a parent's shadow, especially a parent who has died before you were even born or when you were born, and you never
Right.
actually knew them, and you can only know them through the eyes of other people. And of course, the grown-ups around Steven are going to tell him the best version of his mother when he's a little kid,
Right.
you know? Like, even gems aren't that fucking socially inept.
Yeah, so when you build a lot of your personality or your personhood off of that, of course you're gonna end up with some self-esteem issues. If,
Yeah, 'cause
if
it's like,
anything,
oh,
the
my
show
mo-
would be worse if he didn't do that, because that wouldn't make sense for a person like them to do.
Yeah, I mean, if he was a chosen one, the show would be worse. But the problem is he thinks he has to be a chosen one, when that's
Yeah.
not even what his mother wanted for him. She just wanted to make a human because she loves humans and she loved the Earth, and she loved how the Earth was always changing and growing, which is something gems were always disencouraged to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, this again, this is made for children. How can you not follow this? I just these people like I think this is like an effect of people who think they're smarter than they actually are, and they're like, oh yes, I'm gonna find all these big grown-up important themes in this piece of work rather than actually pay attention to what it is communicating to me.
Yeah, like colonization.
For God's sake, the gem colonization is like a Captain Planet level like eco-friendly message.
yeah.
Like, oh, don't ruin the environment.
It's that basic, yeah.
Oh my god, a children's show has a message about how, like, you know, ruining the ecosystem is bad. Wow.
Sonic did it first. Sonic did it first.
Captain Planet did it first. Alright? Fucking Fern Gully did it first. Actually, Captain Planet might have come before Fern Gully, but...
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that came after. Yeah. I don't know.
But I was like,
Anyway.
wow, environmental messages in a children's show. That's so fucking rare, bro.
Crazy.
I think we're pausing about the same spot if you want to
I think
continue.
I'm at 7:56.
Do you have any other comments to make about this bullshit that was just said?
God, yeah. Naomi, how are you doing? I think you're new to the chat. Nice seeing you. Yeah, we got 23 people watching, which is cool.
Yeah, it's because they heard I was here.
I mean, hey, we were around the 20s before you showed up.
I'm just a disembodied voice on your stream right now, so.
I mean, here's the thing. I usually would have like a thing set up for like collab streams, but like I didn't expect this to happen.
I just sort of wandered in today.
Yeah.
I just happened to be on set, and you like gave me your microphone.
Well, I'm glad to have you on again. So let's just hopefully get further into it.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, I have a theory about how, in hell's name, this relates to Arcane, but I can't help it. It's gonna. Is it
lesbians? Is it because lesbians?
Oh my god! Why the hell is there a whole ass section about freaking My Hero Academia? Oh god. Okay. Well, at least I'm equipped to talk about.
Okay. Well, that one I won't be able to comment on. But let's finish the Steven Universe section at least.
Sure. No problem.
You can count us down again.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
How beautiful it was. But let's not forget the woman had a human zoo, and still viewed humans as playthings when she met Greg. Ironically enough, she's just like the fans and the writers of the show, horny to a fault, while being unaware of the consequences of her flesh.
Alright, pause. Okay. This is a big
horny
issue
to
with
a
the video.
fault.
This is a big
How dare
issue.
woman be horny? Bro,
Like,
she is voiced by Susan Egan. That's Megara. Come on now.
Oh my god. But like, okay, I understand the implication. The implication is that the fans are so horny that it robs them of their common sense or their media literacy, right? But like, here's the issue I had with this entire video so far is that you're saying all these big assumptions about these huge populations of people, and you're not even giving us any fucking examples. Like, I have no fucking attachment to any of these fandoms or any of these shows all that much.
She didn't build the zoo. She didn't build the zoo. When she told Yellow and Blue she didn't want to colonize the Earth and she wanted to preserve it, they said, okay, well, we'll take some of these nice little animals you like and throw them in a zoo. That should be a good compromise, Pink.
Yeah.
Now finish your colony, Pink. They wouldn't listen to her. Because she was the baby of the family and the diamond with the least amount of power, and she is physically much smaller than the others.
Yeah.
And, they were always, like, treating her like she didn't know what she was doing. She thought a colony was what she wanted. Because a colony is what a big girl diamond does. She was gonna be a real diamond now and do a colony like all the others. But when she got there and actually looked at the planet, she went, well, I don't want to destroy all of this. This is great. I've never seen anything like this before. I like how everything's constantly changing and there's always something new. And Pink's powers also correlate a lot to organic life, which didn't exist on Homeworld. So she was in an environment that was not supportive of her and her nature, and she found a place that was. You know?
Exactly.
This is very simple.
I don't understand, but like even with that, again, you were just at this point you're just kind of low key just attacking people. Like I have no problem with talking shit about fans or people that say dumb shit online about a certain piece of media, whatever the fuck. I do it all the time. Show fucking proof. Just show proof of who the fuck is saying these things or who's doing these things at the very least.
Yeah, right. Well,
just make it
they
tangible.
They just assume.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing, pointing out that
It's shadow boxing.
But also, yes, she did treat Greg like a plaything when they were first dating.
Yeah, but
like,
that's
this
when
was
they
like
just
20
met.
years, but this was like 20 years before Steven's birth. But yeah, Pink was always very myopic. She didn't really understand the feelings of other people or how much she meant to other people. And yeah, even then, as a fucking space goddess, she didn't take humans that seriously. But Greg was probably the first human that called her out on her bullshit. You know? Like, he actually stood up to her and said, like, can you just talk to me like a real person for once? You know?
Pretty much.
So
that was
because like she literally starts laughing when he asks if she respects him.
Yep.
Like, oh, you humans are so funny. You know? But yeah, oh my god, it's almost like she fucking had flaws like every other character in the show and people in general. Wow.
So, yeah, it seems like this person, Eli, is just misrepresenting Pink right
Like,
here.
Again, how can you not follow something written for children? Like, how do you fuck this? Like, you had to not be paying attention. And again, these are people who think this is how you interpret media. You have to take your existing politics and find them in the show instead of listening to what the show is actually telling you.
And then, well, I don't know if this person does it, but Lily will absolutely accuse people of doing the exact same thing. Of like projecting their own taste or their own bullshit onto media where it allegedly does not apply. And I'm all like, Lily, that is you! That's you! You do that! You do that!
But I've had so many people say, like, oh my god, you've gotten me to look at Steven Universe in a completely different way. And it's like, yeah, you've been taught to think about it wrong. That's why if you just sit back and watch and pay attention to what the show is communicating.
Yeah, even if you don't like it or you end up not thinking that it's good, at the very least, just don't fucking... just try to pay attention, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what I always say. I don't care if you don't like the show, just don't fucking lie about it.
Yeah.
Like, don't make up shit about it and act like you're an expert.
Right.
That's a lot of problem with a lot of people today. Like they don't pay attention to shit. They hear about shit secondhand and they act like they're an expert on it and they just make up shit. Now,
granted, I don't know where this person got their taste from. Okay, gotta give them the benefit of the.
A lot of this is Lily-ass takes right here. I don't know.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and just
4 weeks ago. This is a newer video. Yeah, what else does this person do? What else does this person do? I'm just looking.
Yeah, I think I've seen
a lot
of videos on your channel before.
A lot of Boku no Hero stuff, actually.
Yeah, I guess that explains why
Boku no Hero, Bleach
section is all that big. It's really, really
One
big.
Piece. I can't hate Attack on Titan. Well, maybe they can be based. Lots of Boku no Hero, though.
Okay.
So that's probably why it comes up in this.
I guess. Oh my god.
I've never seen My Hero Academia, though.
I'm guessing that they're gonna bring up the fact that like people were upset that one of the ships were canon at the end of My Hero, which yeah, sure, like
the heterosexual one.
Yes, like if you're trying to say that like, oh yeah, if this video was just about hey fans are cray cray, then like sure, all right, that's fine. What the fuck does this have to do with Arcane, though? By the way, the start of the Arcane section is 16 minutes into the video. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chapters, and, like, the first chapter is Korra.
Yeah.
And then Steven Universe, and then Boku no Hero. When do you actually talk about Arcane, motherfucker? Like in the beginning and the
don't
end,
know.
and that's it.
And you were making such weird accusations towards the writers of the show too, even though you showed tweets that were made after season 2 came out. So if you're trying to say that, oh, they have certain behaviors reminiscent of like bad stuff that gooners and shippers do on the internet, and that seeped into the writing, that's clearly not what happened.
This is how Lily structures her videos too. Like she just brings a bunch of other shows she wants to bitch about instead of the things she's supposed to be talking about.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh god, they're gonna bring up Spinel. And I'm probably gonna have a fucking conniption.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm at 8:13.
I'm at 8:13 as well. I'm probably gonna pause in like 2 minutes, so just get ready.
Oh fuck. Alright, sorry, I stepped away.
Let's say
for a bit.
miraculously
Are we still
get
not at the
this
Arcane
one
shit
right.
yet? No, Pete, the Arcane part is at 16 minutes and 42 seconds into the video.
You started streaming over an hour ago.
God.
This is like a Lily video.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. Alright.
Alright, you gotta count us down?
Yes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Show isn't well constructed enough to handle the deep and messy things these characters go through. So in the end, these characters just make each other miserable almost for the sake of it. And because of that, now the toxic shippers have a show that is not only about, well, toxic shipping, i.e. immature romances, but now their behavior is validated as they're given characters they can relate to.
Okay, pause.
Okay.
How the fuck is Steven Universe about toxic shipping?
Yeah, there's only a couple of ships that are like in the show that we focus on. The
Why are
majority
you
of the folk
showing
isn't even
Spinel
about
on the
that.
Why are you showing Spinel on the screen when you're talking about toxic shipping?
Yeah, what the what?
Like-
That's like a friendship. Why? Where are we
Okay,
going?
bro, just because people online like to ship characters, it doesn't mean that's what the content of the show is. I don't think you've watched it.
Dude, this is this sort of thing. Again, I know we keep mentioning their names.
The only
but this is
canon, the
Lily
only fucking
syndrome.
canon, the only canon relationships are Rose and Greg and Connie and Steven.
Yeah.
They do a little bit of ship baiting here and there, but it's
Yeah.
not a lot.
But like,
You know, okay, you're annoyed by shippers. Alright, that has nothing to do with the show.
listen, Sai, here's the problem, okay? This is what I call the fandom gene, okay? You got the fandom lolcow gene, alright? You're doing what I like to call the Maverick cycle, okay? The Maverick cycle is this. Someone on the internet does something wrong, okay? They go Maverick. Their brain isn't working, alright? People call this person out for doing something wrong because they think it's weird. It's like, okay, that's cool. But then, along the way, someone goes too far. And they become Maverick themselves. So, they're at a crossroads between breaking the cycle, self-reflecting, and dealing with the problem the right way, or just repeating it themselves. And that is exactly what's happening here. You're seeing a bunch of weird freaking shippers or gooners on the internet who are probably teenagers that don't fucking know any better. And you're so backbroken by them that they are affecting your enjoyment of these shows or your analyses of these shows. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I never understood people like that. I've seen people like, oh, I used to like this show, but the fandom ruined it for me. It's like, you can just ignore people.
No, here's my thing. Fandoms are fucking overrated. Who gives a fuck what freaking Tifa Lover 69 on Reddit says about freaking Final Fantasy 7? If you like the goddamn game, if you like the show, you like the movie, just like it. If you want to have conversations with people about it, that's fine. But relying solely upon the a whole ass community of people who you don't have control over in order to have enjoyment of a product, that's fucking stupid. If you're really that backbroken by it, why not just make a Discord server, invite a set few people that you trust, and just be good then, and just enjoy it on your own time? I cannot imagine how these people... I'm so glad I didn't grow up in these types of forums, because that sounds fucking exhausting. being beholden
Yeah.
and cucked to all these random ass people. It's insane.
Yeah, because I think some of these people are kind of weak-willed with low self-esteem. So when someone says you can't like that because this, and that is problematic, they listen to them. It's like, why are you listening to these people? They got nothing better to do with their fucking time.
Yeah, like unless at this point, unless you have like actual trauma. And like some you have like some weird interaction on the internet and it went into something crazy, like you got doxxed or they found out where you live and they did this and that to you or whatever the fuck.
I want to know what that's like.
Like right. Thanks, Lily. Anyway, unless it's something like that, you have no business just not wanting to watch a show because a bunch of people were saying this and that about it. If you want to see it, if you want to look at it a certain way, don't be cucked by other people. Be open to different perspectives. Be open to talking to people. But at the end of the day, how you feel about a show is how you feel.
Well, yeah, and someone like this, it's very evident they haven't actually watched it, and they're just going by secondhand bullshit. Why they decided to bitch about Steven Universe in the middle of this, I have no idea. Like, what does this have to do with Arcane, bro?
Well, fandom can really extend how long you're into something. Like, if you like a media and the fandom is toxic, you don't talk about it with anyone and you fall out of it quicker. I mean, I guess, but like, at this point, it's so easy to find people that aren't that toxic. Okay, again, maybe it's just my luck on the internet, maybe. But I do not go into different forums, or I don't go to the freaking Mega Man community. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, I have a couple friends that know about Mega Man who I can talk to about Mega Man, and we talk about Mega Man sometimes. That's all I need. That's all I got. So, and if I wanted more people to talk about it, I can just go into all these other forums occasionally and just get into it from there. It's not that hard. It really isn't, especially with freaking Discord being a thing.
Well, yeah, and I've left plenty of fandom Discords full of toxic little shitheads who are salty at me for that. But like, I still talk about Steven Universe with people. Talk about Steven Universe right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, nothing is gonna make me stop liking what I like just because a bunch of like fucking idiots on the internet are trying to say, no, you're not allowed to like that. Like, who the fuck are they? Why do you care what they think?
Yeah, you can find a few people, but you have to really look though to find that one good Discord server. I mean,
it depends. Man. It depends on the fandom too, because if it's something like really obscure, like maybe there's probably like you and like 20 other people in the fandom,
I guess, but it's like, okay, you can make your own Discord server. You see a like good people that you see in like these different fandoms. You can just, hey, I'm inviting you to this server. Do you want to hang out there? Because I don't want to fucking these weird-ass forums. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, yeah, sure, that sounds bitchin'. Let's hang out.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, friend of the channel, CBF. What's going on, dude? I show up in already Steven Universe. This is about Lily? No, surprisingly no, but this is liquid Lily, okay? This is Diet Coke Lily.
This is Lily from Temu.
Yeah, yo. This is bargain bin Lily, bitch.
Also, hi, I'm here.
Yeah, Sai is also here. I'm sorry I didn't have like a fucking indicator for her, but it's like she just came in out the blue because I have summoned her.
I just happened to come into chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I happened to come into chat and Kaiser dragged me on screen, so
yeah. I mean, because it's been eons since I've seen Steven Universe, and you're the Steven Universe Lorax, so.
I am.
By the way, I heard that
Steven Universe or Dragon Age, you can get my encyclopedic knowledge.
Yeah, I hear that Rebecca Sugar is making a movie about Adventure Time, or making an Adventure Time movie.
Yeah, well, she worked on Adventure Time.
Yeah, she did. I'm just surprised that they are doing that.
Well, Fiona and Cake was really popular.
That is true. I hear that was pretty.
Be nice if they would do a Steven Universe continuation too, but okay, Warner. Fucking, I hope Ian and Rebecca can buy Steven Universe's rights back from Warner sometime, because they're clearly not gonna fucking do anything with it.
Oh yeah, that shit's gonna die if it stays there. Yeah.
But these companies love to just sit on top of IPs they're not gonna fucking do anything with.
Like Mega Man. Well, aside
didn't
from
you
the
like-
secret
didn't-
level thing, but like even then, that's the one thing we've gotten in a sea of literally nothing.
But Kaiser, didn't you like Mighty Number 9?
Why are you, Sai? Why are you asking if I like a bat up my ass?
I had to do it to you.
Okay. I mean, at least we have
Alright.
Azure Striker or Gunvolt. Those games are good.
It's like
so,
as much as I know about Mega Man, basically.
oh,
that was a complete disaster.
yeah, that was. Oh, don't get me started on that. Anyway, I'm at 839.
I'm at 838, so I think we're fine.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Finally, Arcane.
Okay. Oh, just
I still
copyright music again.
Need to watch.
She. Don't copyright me. Don't copyright me.
Da
She.
da 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 da.
If the Legend of Korra was a lesson in
okay.
how
What the
romance
fuck
could
was that
destroy
about?
the central character in
Yeah, I
her
don't
friend
know.
group when not handled well, Steven Universe is a lesson in how romance, when it's the primary focus of a show, can make the entire cast
my
or at
God.
least certain
It
characters
isn't!
pretty shitty if
It
written
really
irresponsibly.
isn't.
Yes, in case anyone, Amanda, needed to know, not every action
Amanda.
can or
Oh,
should
right.
be
She-
justified
Amanda's
for the
one of the
sake
writers of
true
Arcane.
love. Especially if writing that love involves neglecting a victim of PTSD or the gassing of a city.
Oh
Like,
my
damn,
God.
you two really let her cook, huh? Steven Universe was at least more bearable for a while because it had strong ties to the Gravity Falls fandom, and so the theorizing was really fun. But it also had ties to other destructive fan bases like Star vs. The Forces of Evil, She-Ra, and Voltron. Thankfully, as
Okay, pause. Hold on a second. Let me actually say this.
Okay, wait a minute. What the fuck is this dude talking about?
I don't fucking know. I'm trying
Okay,
to
when did
process.
Rowdy- Oh, Gravity Falls was before Steven Universe. I thought it was a little later. Huh.
Yeah, it
My
was.
bad.
It was before.
I was about to
like
say,
a
did
little
Gravity
bit before.
Falls... It was contemporaneous. Okay, but listen, doing the same thing Lily does. Steven
Yeah.
Universe is Warner Brothers. Gravity
Yeah.
Falls is Disney. They don't have
Disney.
any of the same people working on it except for, like, James Baxter.
Yeah, and that was like during their runs, like during production anyway. So it's like, okay.
Okay, so it's like, well, Steven Universe has ties to the Gravity Falls fandom. So?
Yeah,
that
but
has
like,
nothing to do with the content of either show.
yeah, like not only this
And
this
I
argument
can,
is predicated on the idea that like, oh yeah, the romance is the central focus of Steven Universe, which isn't even true.
It isn't.
It really
Absolutely not. Like,
But-
where are you even getting this idea, guy? Like that romance is a primary theme of Steven Universe. It's really fucking not.
Yeah, it really isn't. And I'm trying to
Again-
figure
again-
out, like, yeah, okay, all of these fandoms overlap with each other, and yes, because they are big and popular, they're gonna attract a bunch of fucking, unhinged freaking teenagers and 8-year-olds with no impulse control, because the standards for parenting in this country has gone down to the fucking shitter over the past couple decades, 110%. Because of that, you're going to see weird shit happening like this. What the fuck does this have anything to do with the show?
This person is assessing shows by fandoms, which makes me think they don't watch these shows.
Yeah.
Now, I have heard of people that get into fandoms without watching the original thing or playing the
Sure.
original thing, which confuses me, but you do you, boo. But if you're gonna do that, don't act like you actually know the content of a show you haven't fucking watched.
Yeah. And then
Like, just from their comments, I can tell they haven't seen it.
their comments. What they said.
Well, just saying, oh,
Oh,
the primary driving force of Steven Universe was romance. No, because
No.
on paper it was a show aimed at boys. That's what Cartoon Network wanted. Do you know why Garnet started trying to train Steven to be the leader of the Crystal Gems? Because the fucking
Yeah.
network said, well, we need the boy child star to be the leader.
Pretty much.
Oh.
It's even weirder because it's like, okay, like they briefly mentioned Arcane and the slew of bullshit. We get to the part of video.
But he's got an
that we're actually
Arcane clip
here
that I
about.
don't know what the context
So-
even was.
I understand. Let me try to piece things together. So like, okay, I think she. Let me go back. What did they say? Fuck.
Bold She-Ra.
They just showed like that weird Borderlands
Universe.
looking music
Especially
Yeah.
if
thing.
writing that love involves neglecting.
That's all I can describe it as. I haven't seen Arcane yet.
The gassing of a city. Like, damn.
Okay, neglecting PTSD and the gas
But
of a city.
they're talking about
City. But like, they didn't.
others
even...
being romance while showing a scene where Peridot. They're showing a scene where Peridot is showing them what a finalized Earth colony would have looked like. And they're saying the primary theme was romance. Like, your footage doesn't even line up with what you're talking about. That's also like a Lily Orchard thing. God damn it.
Yeah, but like, we mean neglecting a victim of PTSD. Both Vi and Caitlyn have PTSD, so who... You're trying to say that like it's anything extra special or extra wrong here when they're both like being shitty to each other because they both are motivated by different things. Now I have my own feelings about how well
people
it was
like
paced,
drama.
but...
Wow.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
Yeah, again, I
Crazy
can't really
concept.
comment on it because I haven't seen it, and I don't comment on shows I haven't seen.
For real.
But like,
worry.
I just
I'm gonna mansplain
again, they're trying to
everything.
put like they're trying to sound smart, like, oh, this character had PTSD and this and that was bad, but it's like, did you actually
Yeah.
like pay attention to the plot and the purpose of the character development and
Yeah.
the context within the plot? Like you like again, I feel like people don't watch things; they just try to find their personal politics and ideology and things without actually paying attention to the thing itself.
No,
It's
it's
so
it's
weird.
crazy how often it happens. It kind of just really sucks.
I just don't know who taught the Utes that this was how you analyze media.
I know. I feel like that, just the standards of that kind of stuff is like just, I don't know. I mean, they've been up in the air since the beginning, but I feel like no one's ever really like set the pace for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. But again, just like Lily, I'm sure they're relying on the people in their audience also never having seen these shows, so they'll just take it at face value.
Sure. Or like it sounds vaguely, or like they say things that are vaguely true to things that they already believe. But because like, for example, with me, I think I said this before, I used to be a fan of Lily. Tragic past, I know. And I was all over, her Steven Universe takes. I thought that she was correct for the longest time. And that was because I had my own misgivings about the show that weren't nearly as like rancid, but after, it's confirmation bias. I watched the video and it vaguely said things that I kind of already agree with. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess that was a little weird. And I was like, I watched another one. It's like, yeah, that's kind of weird too. And another one comes out like, yeah, this is kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Like that's the sort of
I understand, because I always say I never got into Steven Universe until 2018. It was the Pink Diamond twist that actually really interested me in it. Saying, oh, well, so up to that point, I had thought.
Hope you have fun.
I had thought Rose was like an ideal, perfect dead mom up till that point, because I wasn't watching the show, and I assumed that she was that trope played straight. And then I find out, wait a minute, she was secretly one of the bad guys? That's, okay. So they kind of like switched, they kind of turned the whole perfect dead mom trope on its head. That's kind of interesting. Right. So, but when I went into it, I still was expecting like a pandering show, because I had been led to believe that it was going to be a cringe pandering show that would break its own spine, patting itself on the back for having gay characters, and I wasn't looking forward to that. But then when I watched it, it was the opposite. Like, oh, there's gay shit here, but it's treated as completely normal and not remarked upon at all. The show isn't congratulating itself. This is what I want out of media. I felt lied to. But it was because of people like Lily and Easy,
like people.
Yeah, imagine treating gay people as normal. Wow, amazing. But like, so I kind of felt a little robbed, because I was like,
it felt robbed.
I was like, this is what I want out of actual real representation, not a show that's like written by a bunch of straight people.
Shit.
Yeah, like,
you know,
oh, like
Korra.
the shit Lily likes, where it's like a girl just says she's gay and then walks off screen and is never seen again.
Oh
You
my
know?
God, I remember
And then the
that.
show congratulates itself for being so forward thinking. You know? Woo, we had a gay. Look, go to the Disney movie. We have our first ever gay character. If you don't watch our shitty movie, you're homophobic. Give us your money, queers.
For the 33rd time in the row, this is the first Disney gay character.
It's like, no, people didn't like not watch Strange World because it had a gay in it. It's because it sucked.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the worst part is that a lot of these things, like on both ends, you know, the culture war stuff, it kind of feeds into one another, where it's like, especially the people creating the show kind of obfuscates whatever criticism they get from it.
I mean, yeah, there
I'd say
are
the majority
some
of, like,
creators.
people are,
There are
like-
some creators like that. For real, there are some
yeah.
creators like that are like, I'm a minority and I have to be the best and everybody can't question me. And it's like, no, you're a normal fucking person like everyone else. Shut the fuck up. You know? But Rebecca Sugar's definitely not like that. She's very humble, you know, like extremely. Like I watched her poster signing stream and she was just very gracious and very soft-spoken and very kind to her fans. And it's like, this is the woman you're all mad at. You know, the person you're all mad at, you know?
Yeah.
Like, come on. But yeah, obviously there are creators like that, but you can't just assume because there's gay characters in a show that the creator is like going to be some pretentious asshole just because the people talking about it are pretentious assholes.
Yeah, and by that same token, on the flip side, just because people are maligning your work and, you know, shitting all over it, and it just so happens to have a fucking gay or female or black or, you know, they don't have a dick or whatever character, that doesn't mean that, you know, that is the primary motivation behind the bulk of the criticism. People are complicated.
It's like how, like,
people are complicated.
People always assume I fucking watched the Netflix She-Ra. It's like, but there's lesbians in it. It's like, okay, but I'm not interested in the plot or the world or the characters, so I didn't watch it. I'm not just gonna watch anything that happens to have gay people in it. You know? And again, it should be treated as normal.
What is this sexual segregation type beat? What's going on here?
And then again, with like this person getting mad at fandoms and like Lily getting mad at fucking Yahoo News headlines. It's like, oh, this show got praised for having gay rep. This is so terrible. But it's like, that doesn't mean that was the intent of the authors just because some fucking fluff piece is out there saying, oh, this show is so progressive.
I mean,
read
the
our
fact that
article
you were looking
for
at a Yahoo article in the first place is already.
Well, I just say she looks at Yahoo News because it sounds funny.
Okay.
But I think it was a fandom wikia one she was raging at with
that's even
She-Ra, like,
worse.
oh, yeah, it's like, oh, this article praised the show for being progressive and gay. I was like, okay, it's a fucking fluff piece they put up for advertisements that people are gonna read in 3 minutes and then forget about for the rest of their lives. Who cares? You know?
It's wild.
Like, someone in the chat's like, here's your 1 second female on female kiss that can be easily edited out for the foreign markets. Yes, exactly. Yeah, woo, I feel so represented.
Yeah, don't you feel so represented?
There's this scene in The Boys where Queen Maeve and her girlfriend are being talked down to by 3 straight publicists about their gay rights campaign they're gonna do for Maeve. And I always say it makes me feel more seen than all the white Skittles in the world. They are just so over these straight people, condescending to them the entire scene, and it's like, oh my god, that is so fucking real.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
great. I always
this bullshit. All right.
Are we going on to the next part?
Yeah, I think.
I'm at 9:47, so I think we're fine.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
As all of these series come to a close, the fans should die along with
What?
them, right?
Okay, so this is Boku no Hero, which I know nothing about.
Okay, I'll take over for this.
And I destroyed All Might! Why did a damn small fry like you get strong?
White queer people have ruined fandom spaces. Now, I don't want to be that crass, anyone from anywhere and any race, any sexuality can like what they like
Yeah.
and adore what speaks to them. But frankly, I have been dancing around the subject for the entire video, and MHA's fanbase, unfortunately, takes everything I've talked about to a whole new extreme that I can't ignore.
Call it
for much
MHA,
longer.
you fucking
MHA is
tourist.
not-
Okay, pause. Number one, well, that. Number two, okay, you're talking about Western fandoms, obviously. Clarify, please. And number three, why the attention to white
queer people
white queer
ruin
people?
everything.
I guess black queer people
Why
never
did
do
you-
anything wrong. Why?
Black queer people don't ruin anything ever. Just ask Jussie
Dude.
Smollett.
Yeah, you mean Juicy Smollett?
yeah,
mean-
that's how you
yeah.
pronounce it correctly, right? Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
too
no, no,
white,
yeah.
apparently. Yeah.
No, as
I mean,
as
personally,
our
I don't
Lord
like
and
the word
Savior-
queer. I was using it sarcastically, but this motherfucker just went and said it.
I mean, they've been saying it throughout the entire video, so I don't know, man.
I wasn't here for that part.
Fair. But like, what is with this special attention to fucking white queer people?
Because
I've
if you
seen
just
some
put-
weird takes from black queer people about My Hero Academia all the time.
Kaiser, if you just put white in front of anything, you can be as bigoted as you want to be. Don't you know?
Oh shit, is that easy?
Yeah.
Damn.
You just
okay,
hit white.
well.
You just put white first, and then you can be as discriminatory
White!
against any group you want.
I mean, luckily I'm black, so that gives me all the passes. All
You're
the
what?
passes.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm being for real with that, but like it's. But yeah, this is really weird. Anyway, carry that again. 3.
Like again,
Okay.
it's a virtue signaling thing, you know, like
100%.
but why are we talking about Boku no Hero when you're supposed to be talking about fucking Arcane? How
Yeah,
are you
the whole
relating this
point-
to the topic?
Yeah, the whole point. I'm guessing the whole point is supposed to be that the fandom, right? You're accusing the writers of contracting the fandom gene, okay? The fandom gene that makes them cut to their audience, meaning that they are like reactionary, being reactionary with their writing, right? That they made season 2 in order to appease all the things that the fans specifically want.
I
But
assure
you're
you,
not
no
showing proof of
creator.
that.
I assure you, no creator in Japan is worrying about what the fucking Western audience thinks.
I know. Like you're
Not a
talking
single
about, if you're
one of
talking
them.
about, yeah, if you're talking about My Hero, all the freaking backlash is after the series is over.
Mm-hmm.
So
And again, like Lily, they don't seem to understand that a season of animated television is complete when it's airing. They have completed it and sent it to the network.
yeah. I don't know, man. This is wild to me.
Not just a show that borders
wait,
the line
3, 2,
between
1, sorry.
shonen
People
influences
ruin
and
everything.
Western graphic
That is the
novel
point,
plagiarism. Deep
Oh, it's
down,
alright.
It's a story that seeks to critique
We'll figure out where we are
society
next time you
and
pause.
prejudice as
Sure.
systemic. Individuality that is squeezed out of a group of people the moment they try to be themselves. MHA wanted
Okay.
to talk about how much it sucks to be part of a marginalized group, and how society as a whole should improve the conditions of those marginalized people if it intends on doing anything as glamorous as altruism. The thing is, it failed, like miserably. By
What?
trying to be the most progressive a mainstream shonen has ever been, it accidentally
What do you
makes
mean
some
trying
pretty
to
bad
be-
decisions with its characters who have already suffered at the hands of oppression, and
All right,
probably
pause.
should.
You
Hold
heard
on a
that
second.
too? Should we pause?
Yeah, I heard that. Just a second.
I'm at 11:19 right now.
What did you say?
Okay. Ooh, Kaiser's leaving. I'm taking over the stream, guys. It's my stream now.
I returned. Sorry, I was asked.
Oh, I think he actually just left.
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
I heard
I
a
did
door
that
close.
real
I was like, Kaiser?
No, I had to close it because.
Okay, so-
someone was asking about it. But like.
Boku no Hero Academia is
so,
trying to be the most progressive shonen show.
Oh my god! Like.
By
yes,
what metric? By
MHA
whose standards? Japanese standards?
I guess like
This
MHA,
person's obviously American.
Well, 100%. But MHA is trying to talk about like they're speaking to a universal concept that, you know, people in society can be downtrodden in different ways, specifically if they have like mental disabilities and things like that, or physical
But, like,
things that make them different than other
does
people.
this-
But
I want
it's
to know,
not-
does this person think that superheroes being discriminated against is a new concept? Bro, have you
It
ever heard
really
of the
isn't.
fucking X-Men?
Yeah, it really isn't.
Like-
and you see similar concepts in fucking Naruto.
It's not original. It's a good series. I mean, it has like original ideas in it, but the premise is
Yeah,
not
the premise
original
is
at all.
Yeah, like it like one of the things that the series did fuck up, which this person might mention, is that near the end of the story, they for like a couple of chapters, they address the idea of people with physically altering superpowers that they can't really change get discriminated against in a society. But up until the point of the story, it hasn't really been focused on or touched upon at all. So I do agree that there are some aspects of the themes that MHA does fuck up. I don't really hold it in like super high regard or anything.
I don't
But to
think
say
you
they
can
have
assume that
massively
was
failed, that's really stupid.
Was that the intent, though? Is my question. Was that even the intent, or is this person just imposing that onto this show?
Like it, what was it? Sorry, the intent of what? The focus on like that.
The intent of My Hero Academia, was it the intent to focus on like discrimination or anything? Was that really the focus? Is my question.
Well, yes, but different types of discrimination. That's the
Well,
thing.
I'm reading the wiki on it, and it says 80% of the human population has quirks, so they're not a minority.
Oh yeah, the discrimination isn't really based on like who are like minorities or not. It's more so in regards to like just differences in like mental acuity or having certain superpowers that are seen as more villainous than not by the culture.
Okay, I'm reading what the author actually says about the work.
Sure.
Right now.
If you wanna.
So he had his previous manga canceled after 2 volumes. He went back to a one shot that became Boku no Hero.
Mhm.
And he Horikoshi was also a big fan of American films and comics like Spider-Man,
Yep.
Star
Yeah,
Wars,
he's a big West
X-Men, all these things that have done the same fucking theme before. And of course, he also cited Dragon Ball, Ultraman, and Kamen Rider. So,
Yes.
and a lot of Sentai stuff is very superhero-esque, as we
Yeah.
would understand it. Let's see. I already had a general idea in mind for the manga. However, I also noted many rejected story ideas, and he dismissed some ideas himself. So again, a lot of mangaka also are just writing month to month. They're not having a grand plan going in, you know. And it says here in themes and analysis on the wiki page, it says Horikoshi has stated that the main theme he focuses on is what makes a hero. He
Oh
also
yeah,
stated
that's like
that
the
he
core theme. That's the core theme
Yeah.
of the story. Yeah,
Which again
that's
is
the
a
thing it focuses
very
on the most.
typical superhero, like modern superhero thing. Like, what does it
Yeah.
take to be a hero? Having a little bit more of a realistic interpretation of how superpowers would affect the real world. It
Yeah.
says he also said he likes stories with bad endings as well as horror stories. However, he finds these difficult to draw since his mood when he draws the same story, in order to combat. He brings his mood down. I think accidentally a word here. So he made silly-looking characters like Fat Gum in order to keep his mood up. The series explains themes such as the nature of heroism, the importance of perseverance and determination, the power of friendship and teamwork. So typical shonen bullshit, you know?
Yeah, no, a lot of it has a lot of those things in there, and like the core theme of the story is focusing on what it does it take to be a hero. But
Nowhere in here is Horikoshi saying, I was trying to be very progressive in terms of American sensibility.
Yeah, hell no, absolutely
this is so
not.
xenophobic.
No. Yeah, it's specifically looking at it from like a Japanese or even like in-universe perspective.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I
which is
assure you,
fine.
this dude was not worrying about American politics and culture wars when he made this shit. You know,
and like I said. Yeah, and like I said, there are things that, you know, there are parts of the story where he doesn't quite succeed in those angles, but to say that he absolutely fumbled it is a lie. 110%.
No, yeah. But it just, again, it's this stupid lens that a lot of these video essayists use, where they have to like try to cram everything into their little fucking bread tube academia, buzzword shit that they barely understand what they're even talking about themselves.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Oh god.
All right, I'm at 11:03.
All right, let me get back there because I'm at like 11:19. But yeah, I couldn't just hearing him say, "Oh, Boku no Hero Academia was trying to beat for Christmas." Like, bro, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah, that was not like the core thing.
All right, I'm ready for you now.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Trying to be the most progressive a mainstream shonen has ever been, it accidentally makes some pretty bad decisions with its characters who have already suffered at the hands of oppression, and probably shouldn't continue to suffer as they continue to suffer. And the problem is, trying to talk about that in a space full of people who don't know what discrimination is truly like, who have devoted their lives to not being aware of the cultures around them, but instead people who choose to obsess over the fiction and ships they like.
Shadow boxing.
Keep losing game awards.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, have you tried animating your cutscenes? I'm not saying white people, especially white queer people, can never truly understand oppression. I mean, trans people exist. But the existence of passing amongst communities is common, and the idea of privilege is prevalent for a reason. So trying to talk about why people who are subjugated because they look different shouldn't just smile.
Now we're talking about Sonic.
Characters who are clear allegories for people who aren't able-bodied or cishet shouldn't constantly be the butt of the plot via dying or getting cut. Or how I'm pretty sure
what? Pause! Wait! Oh no!
Oh!
He's one of these people.
White queer people could totally understand depression because trans people exist. Okay, what about the gays, asshole?
I'm past that. He's one of these people that thinks Toga, the yandere girl, was like queer coded.
Why?
I
just want to unpack here. Like, I've been running into this a lot lately too. Like, people like, you couldn't know what oppression actually is. It's like, I'm a fucking lesbian who has been out since the 90s.
No, this is the oppression Olympics. That's the thing. Like, I understand that, like, certain, depending on where you are in society, of course, it's gonna affect your lens as to how you consume media or understand certain messages and stories. But the thing is that whatever that lens is that you think is negatively affecting somebody else's understanding of a story, you can't just throw it out there without any fucking evidence. You're not showing these people misunderstanding these things. This is really fucking stupid.
They just go into like, all these people in fandoms are ignoring the culture around them and just doing shipping wars. Bro, you're ignoring that Boku no Hero is a Japanese show.
Yeah, made for 12-year-olds.
And they are not going to be thinking of things in the same stupid America-centric lens you're putting things through.
Yeah, and also, he decries, like, the part of the story that I was talking about. That was about, like, people with physical altering superpowers being discriminated against. He's like, I went after it because it was poorly paced. They are going after it because they're saying that the message that, hey, maybe we shouldn't burn everything down and kill a bunch of people to get what we want. He's saying that, he's misinterpreting that as the saying, the story is saying that, everybody should just clap their hands and be nice to everybody.
Jesus Christ. I'm looking at the subtitles for a few seconds later than you paused at. And they say, sure, all of the women in MHA only exist to fill up the jar next to Hoshi's desk.
What the fuck?
Are these not teenagers?
Most of them are, yeah.
And you're just, like, calling the Japanese mangaka a pervert? Yeah. You're just calling him a pervert for no reason?
Like, of course the female cast is gonna get sidelined. This is a shonen, dickbag. I'm pretty sure if we flip it over to the opposite side and look up whatever big shoujo story or story made for young women in manga, right? we would see the exact same shit where it's like male characters being sidelined. It's a demographic thing. It's not a freaking
And
sexist
I'm not
thing.
saying that Japanese culture isn't sexist, because it absolutely
No,
is.
it is.
But like, you're just spuriously claiming all the female characters in this manga are just wank fodder for the author with absolutely nothing to base that on. That itself is pretty misogynistic there, buddy.
100%.
And then right after putting a very American lens on this Japanese work, they're doing the trope of, all those Japanese anime guys sure are perverts. Those wacky Japanese are also disgusting.
Yeah, they're like ultra redditors. Fuck
bro,
yeah.
after like bitching about white queer people, you're just fucking being racist against the Japanese. Like, what the fuck?
The side, this is the phenomenon that I like to call you woke too close to the sun.
I think there's so many people who think they're progressive who are actually just racist, and they refuse to like look at their own biases. Like this person, I'm assuming this person is not white, given what they've said, but they assume being not white means they could never possibly be racist, which no, man, that's not how anything works.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, you would probably say, that makes them less likely to be extremely prejudiced or whatever the fuck.
Not necessarily, though.
Not necessarily. Listen,
depending on what they're being prejudiced against.
As a black man living in America, you do not want to know what I've heard my people have said about Mexicans. You don't. Don't ask because you don't. You might think you do, but you don't. Okay?
Yeah, we don't want to get into that. Keep things a little more light. But yeah, I just can't, like, so you're doing this fucking fake progressive leftist bullshit of being as racist toward the Japanese as fucking conservatives were in the 90s. Congrats. GG. Yeah, GG. I hope this motherfucker watches this stream. I'm giving you critique on your fucking work here, pal.
Like, if I had the chance to reread My Hero a little bit, because I it ended recently and I've been focusing on different stuff, I would be unpacking this a little bit more thoroughly. Maybe I could get Raymond on this, maybe. I don't know. But this is just very, very strange.
Yeah, I unfortunately can't comment too much on Boku because I haven't seen it yet.
But even then, to say that all the female characters are just fat bait is just stupid. When Lady Nagana exists, you just show Toga and Uraraka, who are well fleshed out characters. Not super great, in my opinion, especially compared to other female characters in other shows. But, like, they're can't talk. They're mostly well written, and they have other things going on aside from fat material anyway. So it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, they're just trying to sound smart, and they've heard other people say, all those anime girls are fat material, and it's like, it's not always necessarily true, bro.
Really not. It really isn't.
Anyways, oh god. Okay, do you want to? When you hit play, you're going to hear the fucking comment I was just reading out.
Okay, well, we already commented on that, so we don't even have to get into that.
Yeah, I just happened to see it, I had the subtitles on to follow along better, and it was like, oh god.
Yep.
Alright, do you want to?
2, 1, go.
The women in MHA only exist to fill up the jar next to Horikoshi's desk. It's really difficult because, simply put, white queer people in fandom spaces usually don't care about the story and rather are just really horny all the time.
What was that tweet that just flashed by?
Yeah, what was that tweet? Hold on.
Just really horny all the time.
Yeah, what was that tweet that just finally you're showing some fucking evidence of these hordes of apparently white queer people that are not watching things when you clearly haven't watched any of the goddamn things you're talking about.
How do you know this person is white, by the way? Anyway, so is Toga gonna be there for absolutely everything?
No, they're just saying that white people ruin it. White queer people specifically ruin everything, according to this person.
Like,
so
from this tweet is just making a joke about like, haha, the normal girl, Ochako has the yandere chick in her head. Is she gonna be there when fucking her and Deku have sex? Big funny. They're making a joke. Do you know what a funny is?
It's like, bro, this is the worst thing you could find on Twitter, really?
My God!
Like, this is the most tame shit, you know?
It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Get the fuck out of here,
Must be a Lily fan. Doesn't know what a fucking joke is.
For fucking real, dude. Oh my God.
Christ.
Okay, moving on.
I'm paused on the tweet too, so.
Yeah, me too. Alright.
It was up for half a second.
2, 1, go.
Time. And to be even more honest, this behavior isn't only reserved to white queer people, is it?
Why do you keep
This
blaming
network
us?
has somehow managed to mind control black people with Deku of all things. But
What?
even if
What?
some of you did understand, it would be a lot easier to take the conversation around this series more seriously if the tone wasn't so volatile towards those of a more negative opinion.
Okay,
That is
welcome to
say,
fandoms,
talking about
dickbag. That
discrimination
happens
failures in
everywhere.
fiction would be a lot easier to do if people who were only in it for the ships weren't so insistent on those failures not existing. This,
Okay.
for once, isn't Horikoshi's fault, but man does this series have something for everyone. Bully reformation, polar opposite pairings, complementary pairings, young
Okay, so
shy
you're being
love,
lazy.
enemy
You're not
ships,
putting in
tragedy
any
ships.
visuals
Don't think
here.
about it for too long, ships. God, this show is
I
such
don't
a
have any
big
proof of what I'm
protagonist,
talking
isn't
about,
it?
so here's
And
Shark Tale.
admittedly, some of the fanfics, whether it be fan comics or fan fiction, make engaging with MHA even more fun. Unfortunately, the toxicity of the previous two fan bases, and
Oh
a
my
little bit of Voltron 2, reeled its ugly heads, and as a result, there were almost constant civil wars. And when that got boring, those same antics started popping up over in the Jujutsu Kaisen
Okay,
fan base.
pause.
Okay, pause. How about dude? How fucking old are you? Why the hell are you hanging around
How
in
is
these
he-
fandoms with a bunch of all these different people who are probably again fucking 14-year-olds, teenagers with no fucking impulse control? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of there.
Also, how are they building this narrative in their head that all of these fandoms meld into each
Yeah,
other
like they
and
cascade into one
it
another.
causes the exact same problem? It's
They're
like
breeding,
people,
Sai, they're
People
breeding.
would actually think I'm. Well, they're just going. People would actually think I'm right about my opinions if they weren't too busy shipping. Like, this is what it sounds like. Like, you're just fucking salty that someone told you, bro, you got the show wrong because you haven't even fucking paid attention.
And also, how in the fuck did any of this seep into the Jujutsu Kaisen fan? Like, granted, again, I'm not on Twitter all that much, so I have no freaking idea. I have
No, they're
never
making
heard
it up.
anything-
They're basically saying fandoms have evolved from Steven Universe to Gravity Falls to Voltron to Boku no Hero to Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's all like the same people or
I
something
see.
somehow.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
it's not just that, like, you know, when you put a bunch of different humans in a spot where they talk about mutual interests, different people have different ideas about
And it's
their mutual interests.
and it's those damn white queers every time.
Those damn white. That white bitch. That white damn
The H in there for you gotta put the H in there for emphasis.
emphasis.
What is bro on about though? Oh my god!
What is going on?
Like what is this paranoid schizo ranting? I don't understand.
Dude, I did not expect to get this fucking lost.
What's in the sauce is right. Like all these white queer shippers are making fandom impossible to enjoy.
Guys, we gotta make fandom great again, okay? We gotta take
If
them
only
out.
we could get Krim here right now. Apparently Krim likes Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, I
course
love
he does.
Jujutsu Kaisens. Granted, I'm not super involved with the fandom or whatever. I have not seen anything anywhere near as rancid from, like, the MHA fandom that I've heard about in the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom. Like, for the most
imagine you
part,
could-
people are gassing the series up, like, to high heaven sometimes, or they talk about power scaling too much a little bit. But other than that, I never heard anything that is, like, on the level of, like, people wishing death threats because their ship didn't get canon.
Kaiser, how can you just enjoy a show without going on Twitter and getting
Oh,
annoyed by
shit.
people?
Ah,
How
shit.
can you do
Well,
that? That's
I
impossible.
kind of have this very, very terminal incurable illness. You might not have heard about it. It's called I'm 25 years old. I got shit to do with my life.
How about how old this person is?
Good question. I don't know. Might be in age or something.
I'm gonna go spy on their socials. Oh, they don't have any.
Ah, damn. They're a mystery, an enigma.
It's like, bro, if you are over 25, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, for real, dude.
If you're like 18, this would explain a lot.
Isn't this supposed to be an Arcane video? Yes, apparently, and we still haven't gotten to it.
I think I found their Twitter.
Oh, God. Okay. Did they say their age on Twitter?
They are 21.
How are you around my age and getting this fucking pressed?
He, so we've gotten it right. He, black 21.
Hey, no misgenering. We good.
Good.
You have a life, Kaiser, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
And they've got, Rouge the Bat as a human shipping on their timeline. That's good.
Well,
I'll send you their Twitter, actually. in case you want to be nosy.
We are bullying so hard right now. How can
we
bully
this is a bully stream. This is a bully stream.
Colored, queer, they, them. How could you do this?
They, he. Oh my god. Don't be insensitive.
Of course.
Oh, they're plugging this video too. God, the thumbnail sucks.
Yeah.
So this video isn't actually supposed to be about Arcane. It's supposed to be about internet culture, but all they're saying is, white queers who like shipping ruin everything for me.
Like, dude, the whole point you're trying to make is that fandoms be cray-cray because people are so into their interests that they neglect other aspects of personhood, which is true, of course, but you're putting such a fucking racial slant onto it when that is absolutely not the fucking case.
Well, they're doing the same fucking thing they're accusing other people of doing, except they're not a shipper.
Yes! Again, you woke too close to the sun! You are burning up! You are turning all the colors in the rainbow or singeing your body! You need to stop!
Bro, why you got a blue-eyed, blonde-haired white girl as your PFP on Twitter?
Oh my god.
I think it's Maria from Sonic. I'm just giving him shit.
Maybe it's because Sonic 3 or whatever, but...
Yeah, I know they're a Sonic fan, so...
Anyway, getting back into this shit.
Do we have to?
Well, Mama didn't raise a quitter, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thank God I didn't touch Black Clover. The trajectory of my life and reputation in the fan base changed because of a Baku Deku crying space.
Reputation.
Okay,
Whether it
get
was
over
people
it.
who shipped Bakugo and Deku together, fighting with people about how Bakugo hit Deku affectionately or something, or Deku and Ochako shippers literally ignoring most of the story just so that they can keep their cute Ochako profile pictures, things got really toxic to the point where the voice actor for Deku in the dub doesn't even want to be asked shipping questions anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, being asked shipping questions in general is freaking weird. What are you talking about? Sorry, I paused. It's like, what? Of course. Yeah.
Are you paused? Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm at 14:18. I'm sorry.
That's alright. I'm at 14:27, but I'll go back. But yeah, actors don't want to be asked about shipping because they're not the fucking writers. They're just doing their job.
When freaking, I'm pretty
they
sure.
might not even like.
I'm
Guys, I know this might upset a lot of you, but some actors do not give a shit about the show they're in, especially not as much as you do.
Sure.
Leave them alone. They're just professionals doing their jobs. So of course they don't be asked about shipping. But it's not like you're just saying like this dude just has a vendetta against shipping. Like, oh, these people kept up their cute shipping PFPs even after the ship wasn't canon. Well, so fan fiction exists. Let people have fun.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
What is your damage, dude?
Like, here's the thing. A fandom doesn't have to get super bad for actors to be all like, hey, maybe don't ask me about shipping stuff. That can also happen. Surprise.
Yeah, and there's
surprise.
lots of awkward fucking autistic nerds who will ask inappropriate questions at cons, and some of them have to be fucking told. You know, that's, it's a thing.
Yeah, if you're gonna do this kind of stuff, at least make them pay. At least pay them for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, a lot of actors are not gonna care. It's like when Tara Strong started convincing what's his name, John Delancey, Q, who did Discord's voice in MLP. She started convincing him to go around to conventions because it was fun. He didn't even remember doing the role.
Oh wow.
He just came in, said his lines, got his paycheck, and left, and he didn't even fucking remember doing it. Alright? You're gonna have to accept that some actors are not gonna give a shit about the thing they're in, and they don't want to hear about your goddamn shipping shit. Yeah. They don't want to read your fan fiction, they don't want to talk about the plot, they don't care!
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, whatever. Moving on. 3,
Okay,
2, 1, go.
The Voltron crew getting death threats, although if Hori had an active Twitter, Lord knows his mentions would be hot. And I'd be right there with you,
100%.
because that man serves zero purpose.
Yeah, you can
Anyways,
complain about
let's
fans
discuss
acting
that,
up.
like, it was
Yeah.
all fine. Because of MHA's deteriorating writing quality, no one really won, because every character was reduced to a fraction of who they used to be.
Okay,
with
that's
none
a
of the
whole
depth
ass
they
lie.
possessed earlier in the story. I.e., every dynamic in the show is superficial, because the story would rather focus on the idea of community as a whole, rather
Vague
than the relationships
posting.
or even friendships those communities have birthed over the course of the narrative.
Vague
Ochako has
posting.
practically ignored Deku for almost a decade, because I guess she was
So now they're
busy on certain
complaining
business
about
trips.
Wait,
the
pause.
relationships not being focused on.
Okay, pause. So, yeah, this takes place after the original story is done, right? This is like the final.
Yeah,
volume.
they're like grown-ups now, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
they're
like a flash
grown-ups
forward.
now. Yeah, it's a flash forward. They're
Yeah.
grown-ups, and Ochako is literally like doing the heavy lifting of introducing superpowered mental health, essentially, and creating foundations so that there will be less likely to be, villains that are created as a result of society neglecting their needs.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
interesting, actually.
Yeah. This has been like the built up of her entire character up to this point. Of freaking course, she's going to be too busy with that to talk to freaking Deku. But that doesn't ignore the fact that for the most of the story, Deku has been a very huge motivator for her and has influenced her character in positive ways. So of course she's not gonna just up and forget that.
Was this what they had on screen earlier where they said they hadn't talked in 4 years?
Yeah, they didn't apparently they
They were
didn't really talk to each other in 8 years, but so did almost everyone else in their class. Almost.
Like, dude, that's being an adult.
Yeah, dude. What the
Like,
fuck?
you're 21, I know you're fresh out of high school, but yeah, that happens sometimes. You might go 4, 8, 10 years without seeing somebody. It's normal.
Yeah, and it's also
It doesn't mean they didn't correspond. They might have sent letters and texts and things just because they hadn't seen each other in person. Well, they have
Right.
adult lives to live.
and
They're
also,
not in school
yeah,
anymore.
This chick has become a freaking, creating mental health facilities and shit like that. Basically a social worker, a superpower social worker, and a rescue
Oh, somebody
hero.
says it was a Someone says it was a mistranslation. Anyway, someone says it was a mistranslation.
It was? Then there you go. Then it's extra bullshit.
But yeah,
This chick has become a social worker.
it's normal as
and Deku
adults
has
to
become
maybe
a
not see
freaking
each other
teacher.
for a year or two.
Yeah. Deku has become a teacher for superpowered people because he lost his power, spoiler alert. So, they're busy. They're too busy doing real shit.
I went Edward Elric at the end. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, the real quote
Yeah,
is
but,
they couldn't hang out as much as they could. So they hung out. They just couldn't do as
Yeah.
much as they wanted to.
Wow, when you grow up, you don't hang out with your high school friends as much anymore, if at all.
Dude,
You know,
this
wow,
is
that's the
absolute
thing.
fucking cope. This is what happens, dude. This is exactly what we've been saying this entire time. You're so cut to an idea that in your head that you have about a series or about a creator or about certain people that you're willing to ignore or be blind to additional context. that could absolutely, completely, like, shit all over your assessment. It's crazy.
And I just
This
love
is crazy
how
shit.
I just love how they're blaming like the lack of quality of shows on white queer shippers and fandom, and now at the very end here
When the
they're complaining
majority
that
of
Boku no
fans-
Hero. They're complaining it didn't focus enough on the relationships between characters. What do you want, bro?
Yeah, dude. And also, like, the majority of fans of most manga are gonna be Japanese, so what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they did not write this for Americans, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, seriously, I don't know. Anyway, 1501, that's where I'm at.
Let me get back a little bit. I'm like at 1505.
Okay.
Alright, I'm good enough there. Okay.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. We're
And when
almost to the
Deku
arcane
actually
part.
gains the drive to seemingly ask her out, I think it's only made possible because a dead minority told Ochako that she wants her to
Pause.
No. First off, Toga is not a minority.
A dead minority.
Toga is not a minority.
In what
Just
way would
flat out.
he say she's a minority?
I don't know.
Like
the only
First
way
of all,
that she would be a
dude-
minority is because she has mental health issues. That's it.
dude, all these characters are Japanese. It's the same thing Lily did. She thinks
Oh
anime
my
characters
God.
are white. Oh no.
No.
dude.
But, like, okay, so this is a symbolic thing, because the whole thing up to this point is that the yandere character, Toga, her whole thing is that she was also into Deku, in a weird, crazy way, and in the final battle of the story, Toga died in Ochako's arms, right? And that clearly fucked her up, as you can probably tell, right? Because she was like 14 at the time or something.
Oh, yeah.
So, because of knowing about what Toga had been through, the fact that she became a villain largely because society couldn't accept her or didn't have the proper, things in place to properly deal with her mental illness and different, stuff she has going on, she has dedicated her life to making sure that doesn't happen to another person. And she has been using Toga, unconsciously, I guess, as an excuse to hold herself back from being happy, from going after Deku for the thing that she
So is
truly
she not
wants.
literally? Is she not literally seeing a ghost? She's not literally seeing a ghost.
No, yeah, it's not.
Right?
It's not a literal thing. It's a symbolic thing.
Yeah. So this is like she always has this person in mind when doing her work. Is what I'm
Yes.
getting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless
So-
they
and that-
think
when that
serial
that
killers
tweet-
are minorities. Yeah, Toga's a serial
It-
killer.
Well, I mean, I guess the joke that person was making before was definitely a joke since the she's not real.
Yeah.
You know, if she was actually haunting her brain, that would be one thing, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah.
You know,
It's mostly a symbolic thing because again, like Toga essentially sacrificed herself to save Ochako's life.
and that's also normal too to like just kind of imagine you're talking to a loved one who's passed away. Like that's a
Yeah.
normal thing, bro. And in art, it is depicted as, a little more literal because it's art. Like, but okay,
wait.
somebody said she might be a
There's-
minority because they think she's bisexual, but like
Oh
I'm gonna say,
my God.
in what way
that has
is she?
not
Okay,
been
is she?
confirmed.
Is she Okinawan? Is she from the Ryukyu Islands? If not, she's not a fucking minority in Japan, okay?
Yeah, no. And like her being bisexual, as far as I am aware, has not been confirmed at all. Like
No,
she-
it's
like,
probably
she has
just
like a
fucking
weird
Americans.
Yeah, she has like a weird understanding of love, and she says, "Oh, she loves this person or loves that person for different reasons," but it has to do with
That's
her own-
another. That's
fucked
another
up
thing.
way
A
of
lot
going about
of That's another thing. A lot of Americans don't understand about anime. Is Japan is not as gay friendly as you might think it is based on anime, and a lot of things that you think are gay in anime aren't.
Yeah, 100%. They see
You know,
freaking
so,
Sora
like, you
Riku's
have to,
interactions
like,
in Kingdom Hearts and thinks that that's gay, but that's no. It's framed. It looks that way to you
good thing Krim
because
isn't here.
yeah, because big expressions and interactions, like this, like melodramatic interactions like that, we interpret that as gay because that's just our culture. But in Japan,
Well,
it takes
it's
a
the
different
thing.
meaning.
Well, acting in Japan is much more theatrical, even in
Yes.
live action. Very theatrical. Very theatrical. And hyper masculinity in Japan can come across as kind of homoerotic to us.
Yes.
In Japan, it's better to be pretty as a man than if you're muscular, then that's gay.
Right.
And also, like, I always bring up the Class S thing, where they have this idea that young schoolgirls should have kind of, like, non-sexual romantic relationships with each other as practice for men, and then marry men when they graduate. You know? So,
That's wild.
Japan is pretty homophobic. You are not going to find an openly bisexual character written to American sensibilities in a fucking manga. Not very common. Not at all.
happening.
Especially in one for younger kids.
Yeah.
They're very conservative over there.
Basically, by our
Like,
standards.
and again, this person is saying, like, all these white queer shippers are ignoring the culture around them,
but
and you can't even,
are
like,
ignoring the culture about Japan.
you're ignoring the cultural origins of this work and putting an American lens on it, a very, very American lens on it, you know? And then saying the author just draws female characters to fill the jar on his desk. Do you have any idea how fucking disrespectful that is?
Okay,
You know?
so apparently according to a wiki, so take it with a grain of salt, the writer said in an interview in 2019 that Toga is bisexual.
Okay, I would need, like, an actual proof of an interview for that. I'm not gonna trust a random fandom wiki.
I was about to say, I'm gonna need something like that. Oh, M3D for $5.
Oh,
First
you got a
stone of
super
the
chat.
stream. Getting queer baited by shonen manga really is like losing chess to a dog. For freaking real, dude. I'm sorry. Like, there are some cases where that is definitely the case that you're legitimately getting baited, but otherwise, no, absolutely not. Unless it's actual yaoi stuff, you can fucking forget it.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, and even yaoi is fucking by straight women for straight women.
Yes.
It really is. The stuff written by gay men is very different. But yeah, I came in for the Steven Universe section, but like I'm not familiar with Boku no Hero really, but
It's
this
okay.
sort of trying to squeeze anime through an American lens drives me fucking crazy.
No, I hate it. I hate it all the time.
Especially with
You
these
saw
little
the
woke skull types that are just like so like
dog.
well, this dude's trying to spit progressivism, but he's being so fucking bigoted.
Sai, you have got to see
bigoted
one of our
against the
most
Japanese.
recent. You gotta see one of our recent streams over in Raymond's channel and Team Jack. We go over this like video about this guy going over the masculinization of romances in anime, and it is so fucking terrible. It's exactly like this. It's that
Oh my
bad.
god. Link me to that.
Yeah, I
I'll
can
watch
link
it
it to
later.
you in a bit. Yeah, I can link it to you in a bit.
But- yeah.
Holy shit.
Just send it to me later. Yeah.
Sure. Alright.
But yeah, I'm so sick. This dude going on about white queers, and he's being like so fucking prejudiced, and he can't even like parse a Japanese work from a Japanese lens. It has to be from a stupid little American lens. And again, 21, talking about shit he doesn't even fucking understand. He's just parroting like buzzwords he's heard, you know?
This is freaking childish. Alright.
Yeah, it really is.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I think my thing is slower than usual.
Oh god, I wonder if that's foreshadowing. Bakugo spent most of his life trying to be better for one specific person, trying to accommodate that one specific person, only to be rejected by that one specific person because, I don't know, I guess the quirkless bum somehow has better things to do, like taxes.
Okay, pause. So you actually thought that Bakugo was gay for Deku?
That includes you, buddy.
You're fucking sad, dog. You're really, really sad. This gets even sadder the further we get into this. Bakugo didn't just become better because of Deku. Or at the very least, he didn't do so because he wanted to fuck him. He did it because he regretted bullying him as a kid, and for a good chunk of the show. And he sees the sacrifices that other people are willing to make to do the right thing, and he actually wants to be a better fucking person. That's it.
So typical fucking shonen rival character. Very archetypical. Like, is this the first shonen manga you ever read, my bro?
Why is MHA in an Arcane video? Because the Kool-Aid Man is red. That's why.
Well, apparently the premise of this video is internet fandoms and culture ruining things, but, like, he barely has touched upon that and just keeps saying white queers liking to ship ruin everything.
It's so wild. It's so wild.
It is wild. And then he was really racist against the Japanese. That's special. That's real special really right fun. There.
You are my special. Anyway.
God.
3,
What part are you at though? Hang on. I'm trying to catch it. Okay, you didn't tell me to pause.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I did. I think I might have got cut out then.
I think I'm on the same frame as you. Okay, we're good.
Okay, good.
All right, count down again.
3, 2, 1, go.
Or jury duty. This is a real story written by a person that.
Okay, hold on. I gotta read this. Fuck, I gotta read. Pause. I gotta read this. This is to say nothing of Shoto and Hawks not really getting any special or interesting dynamic with anyone. That's a fucking lie. You're telling me that they may not be interesting to you, but they are definitely meant to be special in the story. Shoto has plenty of interactions with freaking Deku and Bakugo and many of the other members in Class 1A, other heroes, his fucking dad. Like, what are you talking about? And how Kaminari isn't dating Jiro, but just decided to put his agency next to hers because he's too scared to work at a job at 25 years old. Okay, dude, what the fuck, man? Now you're the one being shipper brain, dog. 100%.
Yeah, like, this is shipping brain bullshit. Like, dude, you're like, he's like, I sound better than the shippers, and then he's bitching about shipping.
Motherfucker, that is you. It's you. You're doing that. That's you. What's going on?
This whole thing is projection. This really discriminatory projection, because the white queers, not trans people though, they know progression. I mean, they know that trans people know oppression, but the rest of those white queers, they don't know what real oppression is.
These freaking subhumans, get them the fuck out of here.
21-year-old fucking fuckhead who's bitching about shipping as a media analysis.
And also, Kaminari and Jiro decided to have a hero agency next to each other by complete accident. It was complete accident.
Was it like a joke?
Yes.
Like they happened to be next door to each other? That's funny.
Yes.
Like, I have my brand new agency, and what is this? This person's next door? Oh god, sounds like a fucking manga gag. Wow. Again, was this like your first fucking manga, dude?
This guy can't be 21.
They
probably only seen like 5 anime. Jesus Christ.
And it's like, yes, this was a real story written by someone I assume graduated college. Like, what the fuck kind of comment is that? What does that even mean?
Man. What in the world?
Dude, I'm gonna be real, okay? I like shonen. I do like shonen, but a lot of shonen manga is fucking popcorn entertainment. It's not that deep, man. It's really not that deep.
Yeah, at least not this deep. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like I like Demon Slayer, but I'll admit it's like basic bitch shonen.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think the story is like painfully mid.
Yeah, there's no depth to it, but it's fun.
Sure.
You know?
Anyway. Alright.
God, we're both so exhausted now.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
And remember, guys,
I just want to ignore all this stuff just to get to the Arcane part at this point.
You are completely incapable of doing any better. I digress, though.
God.
Again, most people don't want to think about this stuff, because as long as they can imagine themselves getting swept away by Kanchan, The purpose of the story has been fulfilled. Their attachment to the series was superficial, just being tied to the imaginary chemistry between characters that they just made up in their heads, which is fine.
That's you, buddy. That's you.
That attachment transforms into
pause.
People walked away from your
The imaginary chemistry between characters that they made up in their heads. That's you.
That's you.
You were just bitching that
You're
two of the
doing
characters
that.
have like significant others.
You.
Like he's not even talking. What? You know what? He hasn't talked about the plot this entire time. Just relationships and how progressive it's trying to be.
Oh, the story went downhill as a whole, but you have not said anything about the story. You had not said anything about the actual story of the show.
Yeah.
You didn't. You just said,
just
all these characters are just standardized versions of themselves without proving anything.
And then saying it's fandom's fault somehow. Yeah, but they've done nothing. Like all their previous videos, or most of their previous videos, are on Boku no Hero. So maybe that's something you can sink your teeth into.
Hey, maybe I might have found the rabbit hole. Probably.
I mean, out of the pocket shit this dude has said in this video, I can't imagine what the others are like.
Yeah, that is you, sir. You did that. You're doing that.
That's what I was like. What a user.
User.
Oh, God.
Okay.
But yeah, so simultaneously saying, oh, all these other fans that are not me only care about shipping, and then he's saying all the characters, like, weren't written well by the author.
Okay.
Like, do you even like this show?
I don't even know at this point. We can't get stuck here, though. We at least need to get to where he talks about Arcane. Okay. No pausing until we get to Arcane.
We're almost there. We're almost there. Almost there. We have to pause again immediately because he goes to say something completely batshit insane.
No, we gotta ignore it. We gotta let it ride. We gotta let it pass because we gotta get to the point of this fucking video.
All right. Inner peace.
Inner peace. Usa.
Okay, you gotta count us down.
Yes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Favorite series. Being unsatisfied for reasons you deem unfathomable, well, then we have a problem, don't we? Because those reasons aren't unfathomable.
Salty.
Your DNA just makes you incapable of understanding them.
Your DNA? Dude, that is so freaking racist. What are you doing?
Wait, pause? Your DNA makes you incapable of understanding them?
No.
What does that mean? Exactly? Do you mean that literally? Or do you mean like the DNA that makes up a person's personality, like figuratively? Or do you mean like you're bitching about white people again, aren't you?
I want to say it is the latter that they're saying, like they mean that symbolically, but
considering everything they've said previously, I'm starting to think they think like white people are genetically incapable of media literacy when they have some of the worst media literacy I've ever seen in my life.
That doesn't sound racist at all.
No! Well, you can't be racist toward white people, Kaiser, don't you know that?
Oh yeah, 100%. No, there's never been a thing about a black person being racist to white people, okay? We are perfect angels,
Impossible.
okay? Either you're perfect or you're not us, okay? They not like us, okay?
I think that's what this dude legitimately thinks.
God damn. What is this? I don't even want to...
Wait,
this is some movie Bob type shit.
Wait. Am I seeing Utena now?
Yeah, I think you are.
Oh my fucking Christ, dude. Why after you haven't even talked about, like, you talked about it in the Steven Universe section where it was sort of relevant, but why are we bringing it back up now?
I don't know.
All right, just count us down. I'm like 3 seconds behind you.
Sure. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you're just doing the... Okay.
See, I know that anywhere.
I don't know why.
Why did you have like a little ad interstitial here? Why? Why?
Lust. Okay.
The problem with cartoons and anime, or at least this
Okay.
generation of them, is that,
Okay.
frankly, we're being raised on the wrong ones. Instead of being
What?
raised on Naruto, Dragon Ball, Samurai Jack, Avatar, we're raised on... And what's worse
Well-
is that people who grew up with such satanic propaganda are the
Satan!
same people who are writing TV shows. I have to keep reiterating that I don't think all queer white people are incompetent when it comes to exploring
Okay,
or identifying.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you
Satanic
sure
in the
that you
same-
are aware
same-
of this?
In the same breath, you're talking about white queers. You're talking about satanic propaganda. I'm getting a bit of a. I'm hearing a little bit of a dog whistle
What is going
in the background.
on?
This is
Dude,
slight bit. Also,
this is-
fucking
This is
Legend
some
of Korra
true
came. Okay,
puritanical shit. Why the fuck
Legend
am I
of Korra
taking
came out in
this
20.
vacation? Yeah.
Legend of Korra came out 14 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
So that's
no
not
one's
recent,
being raised
dude.
on that. No one's
Also,
being raised
oh,
on
people
that.
back in my day, people were raised on proper anime like Naruto. Okay, Mr. 21-year-old.
Like, I agree that a lot of the standards
Also,
for stuff
if you
nowadays
think-
is bad, but like, why are you putting it?
If you
this
think anime is hornier today than it was in the 80s,
buddy, you would
are
not survive in
fucking
the
tripping.
90s. You wouldn't survive in the fucking 90s, dog. The OVAs and
No.
that shit. No, you wouldn't.
Like
the
even
fuck
even
outta
like the
here.
worst Gooner shit they put out right now has
Yeah.
nothing on the 80s and 90s anime OVAs.
100%.
Nothing.
Has absolutely nothing. Look up anything fucking Go Nagai related back in the freaking 80s and 90s.
Also,
that
Dragon Ball
would
and
change your
Samurai
freaking brain
Jack,
chemistry.
you're like, dude, you were not around for those.
Yeah, you probably weren't. What the fuck are you talking about?
Samurai Jack
Also,
was
Dragon Ball. You're
2001.
talking about Dragon Ball like it's this epitome of freaking storytelling. It absolutely isn't.
It is. Oh God,
Toriyama,
no.
God bless his soul, made a fun show, but it has a shit ton of problems. It's not as
Even
good as most
Toriyama-
other shonen.
Even Toriyama admitted he made up everything as he went along, but he made one of the most culturally significant works in modern history. But
Yeah.
yeah it wasn't like.
But I'm not
a
gonna
work of
blame
genius
people for not being
crap.
raised on Dragon Ball.
Also, you fucking dude, Samurai Jack came out in 2001. You weren't even born yet. What are you talking about?
Dude, this is some elitist ass shit. Oh, I want to go back to the good old days. You mean the days you weren't there for, motherfucker? This guy's
Bio
supposed to be a
Gundam's listed-
progressive. This is some conservative freaking talking points right
Bio
now.
Gundam's listed off some 80s and 90s OVAs in Ninja Scroll, Genocyber,
Oh yeah,
Angel
genocide.
Cop. Yeah.
Dude, I've seen all that shit. Violence Jack. Freaking Cutie Honey. Cutie Honey especially is freaking horny as shit. The original
Dark
Devilman
City.
OVA, Dark City, yeah.
Even Akira.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like-
Just look at freaking Anime Abandoned's entire catalog and you just for real.
Yeah, basically.
Oh lord.
But
It's
like,
so-
he's acting like Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Samurai Jack and Avatar were like all in the same time frame, which
but
not
they weren't.
really.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball started
we're
in the
an age-
80s.
If anything, we're in an age right now where people can look at these shows all the freaking time. And any time they want.
It's like, dude,
Which they
just
often
because
do.
this is what your fucking parents had on DVD for you doesn't mean it's what everybody was raised on.
Yeah, for real.
The Naruto was 2005, dude. You
Yeah.
were like, you were like a toddler. What are you talking about?
Ah, yes, I too wish for the days just after the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, which I wasn't
H.E.
there
says
for.
this dude wouldn't survive high school DxD. This dude wouldn't survive high school of the dead.
But oh my god. What are we doing here? Talk about Arcane, please!
Why are we
God!
still here just to suffer? What is
Dude.
happening?
Okay.
Someone was asking, did somebody lace us all with LSD? I think so. That's the only thing that could explain this.
Maybe.
Oh god, it keeps talking about queer white people.
Oh,
Why do you hate white gay people?
What did they do to you?
In the same video you're saying like shows like Steven Universe are satanic propaganda. That just kind of makes me raise an eyebrow there, guy.
Okay, maybe that was supposed to be a joke, but you
it
cannot
didn't
blame
sound
us.
like one.
Yeah, it didn't. It really didn't.
Unless this guy's just really bad at delivering jokes, which I would also believe.
Oh yeah, 100%. They couldn't tell that an obvious joke tweet was a joke tweet. So yeah, 100%.
I did not even expect to come on your stream today, and I'm getting brain damage.
This is not a regular occurrence, okay?
I think you need to look at this guy. I think you need to look at this guy's other Boku no Hero videos though, because
Yeah, probably. We could probably put that on the Team Jack podcast. Just endlessly, just pile on.
Screaming. You guys will be like gnashing your teeth and rending your clothes by the end of it.
Oh my god.
Okay, we want to try to finish this fucking video?
I'm gonna give them the next minute. If they don't talk about something Arcane related, directly related to Arcane, I'm just gonna cut this shit off, and we're gonna end the stream.
We're gonna have to try to shut up for a whole minute now with this person saying crazy bullshit.
We're gonna try.
Okay, we'll try. We'll be disciplined.
Discipline.
All right, count us down then.
3, 2, 1, go.
Discrimination. Because shows like Arcane make it very hard to say that statement with a straight face. As seemingly every character who opposes the system in some way either die and jinx, get converted
white
by the
queer people don't know what
capitalism
discrimination is,
like
okay, guy? Okay.
Or get treated like they're purely madmen with no ounce of humanity left in their being.
Okay, well, now you're just actually factually fucking lying right now. Pause. You are actually lying. Actually lying. Vi
I'm gonna get water while you rant.
Sure. First off, let's go point by point. Vi didn't get converted into loving capitalism. She saw that a bunch of people from the Undercity were about to go to war and wreck the tenuous peace that they have between the two sides of the cities. And she is trying to prevent her freaking psychotic sister from causing that shit to happen. This isn't her endorsing Piltover or saying that it can't do anything wrong. It's saying that if Piltover is going to get better, we cannot allow Jinx to do what she is doing. That is just factually correct. That's number one. What's the other shit he said?
Die and Jinx get converted by the cap.
Oh, right.
Right,
People that were opposed to the
I have
system
no idea what
die.
you're talking about, but I'm back.
Okay, that's fine. People opposed to the system die. Yeah? That's called a tragedy? That's what happens in these types of stories? People die when they are killed? I know, crazy concept. Alright? And also, people that are for the system and against the system die. So now you're just lying. We're just lying now, apparently.
So you're telling me it's a fucking political drama?
Yes, but the politics isn't the core of the show. The core
Well,
of the
even
show
so,
is,
he doesn't seem to understand that. You know? Like, and you're bitching about other people's media literacy. That's the thing that kills me here.
For fucking real. What else did they say? Hold on.
Capitalism of Piltover like Vi, or get treated like they're purely madmen with no ounce of humanity left in
But
their
only
being.
white queer
Okay,
people.
now
Those are the
you're
only people with
factually
no media
lying.
literacy, according to this idiot.
This person said, or they get treated like they are absolutely inhuman. Meanwhile, at the literally at the very end of the story, it ends with Piltover and Zaun, the two sides of the city that have been against each other, working together to take down a threat, and the council being rebuilt with a representative from Zaun being in the table. So now you're just lying.
This is such a strange phenomenon of
What
people
the
just
Why?
talking with authority on shows they don't understand or didn't watch closely enough or didn't watch at all. I don't get this. I really don't.
Dude, yeah, this is
Like,
the
I mean,
Lordship
I
mentality
barely
that
know
it's
what you're
all about the
talking about.
politics.
But I can at least get the sense that yeah, this show is supposed to have tragic moments and not everyone survives or wins the day,
Yes.
kind of like real life.
Yeah, because it's not a show made for 12-year-olds. It's a show made for freaking older teenagers and above.
Well, it's another point. They're comparing this to shows made for children.
Yeah.
Another problem these types seem to have.
Like, what are you talking about? They did, like, you're going to literally look at me in the freaking face and tell me that Arcane is looking at the people that are critical of the system that they live in, and they show them as inhuman monsters when Jinx freaking exists. When, for the entirety of the show, it has been us walking through the hell this chick is going through because of what the system has put her through. Are you fucking for real? Are you pissing in my cereal right now?
I think so.
Well, I'm gonna just call this person R. Kelly for the rest of the stream. Okay. Anyway.
Just be your name for them from now on. All right, where are you at so we can try to finish this goddamn...
Yeah, sorry. 1739.
39. Just get back there. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Or in Isha's case, you also die. The amount of
Okay,
victims in this show
that's a
is
tragedy.
astounding. Zon didn't choose to be left alone, deserted like they were. And yet the people on the upside constantly reap the benefit of their suffering. Jinx
Wait a
embodies
second,
that. She's
pause.
someone who ultimately feels...
Oh my fucking god, pause. Zon was left... Okay, for context.
Sounds like he really doesn't understand this character.
They really don't. Zon is like the undercity part of this big city, which is called Piltover. Context. So...
Okay.
Oh my god. Zon
It's like a cyberpunk slum
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. The Undercity was left alone in the beginning of the story before the inciting incident happened, because after a civil war between the two sides occurred years before the story began, basically the main character's father, adoptive father, whatever, who is a leader of the community, made a deal with the authority figures in Piltover to, hey, leave us alone, let's do our thing, make sure that the cops don't patrol around as much, and we'll keep things civil. So it was an active choice. Now, yes, Undercity didn't choose to be as destitute as they were. That is absolutely true. That is a fault of Piltover. And guess what? The show never gave them the pass. You're doing the same thing that freaking Michaela did in their fucking video. You're saying the same exact shit. You're accusing the show of siding with the freaking capitalist demagogues that control the story society when it absolutely isn't doing that. In fact, the story ends with that shit being relatively dismantled, and hopefully things are going to get better. So what the fuck are we on about?
I just love when people with no media literacy complain about other people's media literacy.
Yeah, at this point, I'm basically done here. I actually have to go, because I didn't expect this to go
That's
as
fair.
long as it did. But I am very thankful.
That's what happens
that
with
you
Lily
joined in.
Orchard level tape.
It does,
You
it
know.
does. But I really
I would
enjoyed
not
the
be
time.
surprised
Thank
if
you
this
so
person
much,
in-
Sai. Go,
is-
guys, go follow
no
Sai
problem.
in her
It was
channel
fun.
if you haven't. Friend of the channel, good friend of the channel. I don't know.
It was fun
maybe
coming
at some
on.
point-
I mean, it was random. Didn't expect it, but it was fun.
maybe next week, I don't know, like maybe we can like finish this video.
It's like, what is like 1 minute left? It's probably gonna be an hour, right?
Yeah, probably, knowing us 100%.
Oh god, they start talking about She-Ra toward the end.
Yeah, I think we're dodging a bullet right now. We're going to cut it here, guys, and then we'll finish the rest. Maybe I'm relatively free either tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know how you are with that.
Maybe Sunday, we'll see. But
Okay.
Or, like I said, or maybe you could go with somebody else who knows Boku no Hero and look at some of their other videos, because holy shit.
Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody for coming. Thank you for M3D for the super chat. Really appreciate that, buddy. And we'll catch you all next time on another episode of Kaiser versus the World. Have a good night.